guys, welcome in to our first game of the day. Sorry about the slight delay there. Working on getting all the teams arranged for this first matchup. My name is Draconis. Joined with me today is also Peter Griffin for the co-cast. How are you doing today, Peter?
Good, doing well. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. All right, so it looks like they're getting ready to set up the first teams. They're making sure everything is looking good. So far, the lineup that we got going, it looks like it's going to be Kirto and EvilZergling. The second team is going to be Luz and Hero. Third team, ggman and Zeteo. And then the fourth team is going to be CyrusDaVirus and ILikeSports. Uh, some pretty strong teams there. Do you have any predictions going into it?
Man, I always love Sundays, especially this time when you guys have some pro leagues going on. I really like I like sports. I think he's a very good support and carry player, and I think him and Cyrus should be able to do very well this game.
All right. Okay,
What
and
about
the
you?
game is queuing down right now. So we're going to be going ahead and jumping into it in just a second. Yeah, that Sports and Cyrus team that is a strong one for me right there. All right.
It'll also be really interesting to see how Crypto plays this game. He should start off very strong. Hopefully, he could finish the game, make it with a win.
Alrighty, and here we go. Bottom left corner spawning is going to be CyrusDaVirus and ILikeSports. Top left is going to be Kirto and EvilZergling. Top right is going to be Hero and LewsTherin. And then bottom right is Zeteo and ggman. So we got GG and Sports landing together. Man, I'm really looking forward to that. ggman is one of those players that, yeah, they just definitely put the pain to me, I guess you can say, each time. And going against ILikeSports equals one person that I constantly look out for.
EvilZergling is a very good player too. So him matching up with Kirto is going to be a very interesting item to see him fighting Hero. Oh, that's an early nuke, huh?
Yeah, very early nuke there. And it looks like that one was down from Hero, getting that clear off. We'll see if he's able to capitalize on it. A lot of times they'll do that so they can maximize up their upgrades, get a little bit faster and feed earlier than the other players. But right now he's sitting at 1 and 4. He's prioritizing the speed. Uh, I think he could probably be dumping a little bit in to attack. He's got 160 minerals still in his queue. He should be spinning that right now.
Well, Hero's the type of player that likes to go with a fast upgrade on his speed. He kind of roams around and tries to pick fights, and pulls back when he's losing. So it's a good way to farm, I think. Oh, that was a bad nuke by Kirto. It looks like on the stream, Silver Unicorn is going for ggman Zeteo for the win, huh? I like it. I like it. Always got root with Zeteo, man, every time he's in a game.
ggman and Zeteo. Yeah, Zeteo, it's always fun to watch him play. His stutter step is some of the best stutter step I see. I don't know why. He will say that it's not, but every time I watch him do it, it just like invokes a fear into me because he can reposition his army and be equally effective in taking trades at the same time. So if you catch yourself just a little bit out of position, you're gonna get run down there from Zeteo.
Track, can you kind of explain to the stream a little bit more on what stepping in means? Like, what is it? What's the advantage for it?
So, a lot of times it's just repositioning your army a lot. You want to make sure your people are fighting at all times, but when you engage, you might be looking to either put most of your army in a location where their army is a little bit thinner so you can kill them a little bit faster, or you might be trying to flank them a little bit so they can't escape. There's much different scenarios. Like you just saw Zeteo stutter step right there on the right side. His LewsTherin's right side was very thin that Zeteo was engaging, so he stepped up closer, got more kills quicker, so he can kind of like divide and conquer, I guess you can say, on the army.
I see, but for the new players that's watching, it's very very dangerous. It seems like if you step wrong, you lose your whole army because you accidentally forget, press A attack, auto attack, or whatever.
Yeah,
It
I would
happens to me
say
quite often.
some of the biggest issues I see with stutter stepping with newer players is they do it when they don't need to. And if the other player is just literally staying stationary and they're winning the fight, that is a good indication right there that it's not going the way that you want it to go. And there is always an issue with me, it seems like right now. I don't know why my sound is not working inside the game. It looks like people can definitely hear us and everything of that nature, but very, very odd. All my Windows sounds are working, but my game sounds are not right now. Huge nuke going off there in the center. Wow. All right, score screen is up right now. We got CyrusDaVirus sitting in first here, 1100. Zeteo not too far behind him in the adjacent corner there. Um, Hero in third place with 995. LewsTherin with 770. Yeah, there's a lot of people that like to hold on to these nukes for the late game there. You know, two schools of thought on it. I understand each one because if you do use your nuke before your first bunker, you're a little bit more vulnerable. But if you have map control, it doesn't matter. And that's kind of the points that they stress on it. And you can use that to gain that early map control and then just start snowballing out of control. Whereas there's the other group of players, Fred, Puck, everyone else that kind of argues, hey, you want to hold on your nuke for some kind of event that you're going to do a push. Maybe it's to deny the first bunker, right? Maybe it's to snipe a marauder bunker, but some kind of event that you can trigger that's going to cause your opponent to lose something very, very significant. Absolutely. I figured out my sound finally, and I have no idea how that got unchecked because I have never unchecked that before in my entire life. But sound is going now, which is good because we can hear how the game is progressing instead of just hearing my beautiful voice the whole time. Well, we got Luz getting his bunker here. EvilZergling trying to put a little bit of pressure. It's going to be forcing him to retreat back up. Kirto being able to clean up for him quite nicely there. Looks like Luz is definitely going to get this bunker up uncontested. ggman is also building a bunker along with CyrusDaVirus. It looks like we're going to have only top left be without a bunker. And Kirto's ready to go. EvilZergling lagging a little bit behind, so let's see how they work together as a team to get these bunkers up. Yep. So Cyrus still hugging the middle. He came over into blue, but I think he was checking for that Reaper bunker. He's going to be a little bit surprised to see that the Marine bunker comes up first, but a little bit of a gamble from Kirto, though, as well, because Cyrus already has Reapers. He's going double Marine. Oh, man, and look at that. SDV snipe just a half second too late right there. The bunker does complete for Kirto. Look, Zeteo's bunker's in trouble. It got canceled while we were looking at that thing with Cyrus and Kirto. It gets canceled again. Uh, Zeteo having a little bit of hard time getting his first bunker up. And you know what? It wasn't canceled the first time. That was his first time laying it down, wasn't it? Look at Luz's upgrades here. 3 armor, 7 attack, 2 range. I don't know, what's your thoughts if you look over here at ggman and even Zeteo? They got about the same spend on upgrades, but they're much more balanced. Do you like pushing heavy into attack, or is it more of a balance game for you? We got a little bit 3 versus 2 action here going on Lew's right now. Lew's loading up his bunker. Let's see, upgrades. He has 1 armor in there, 2 extra capacity loaded in. It's going to definitely take Zeteo some time to push into it. Zeteo falling back to his middle section there. Yeah, and he's about to get in a world of pain. Looks like Sports is going to get this Marauder bunker basically for free, uncontested. And now ggman, he's already got the Merc bunker on his Reapers. And he's probably going, oh man, I really wish I would have put that 500 somewhere else right now. And it looks like some people were having trouble hearing you there, Peter. Go ahead and talk right now. I think that was a change when I was trying to get the audio setting back up. I told you I was going to mess it up again. I'm infamous for this stuff.
Without fail. I even asked you before the stream started, like, hey, are we having any audio problem this time? And you're like, oh, we should be okay.
Literally nothing had changed, but hopefully they'll let us know in just a second if they can hear you again or not.
No, I was just saying that I like ILikeSports' position right now. He upgraded a lot of range on. I'm sure he's gonna be upgrading his armor. He'll be able to take fights with ggman and Zeteo like it's nothing. He'll show melt through them like they're just butter. And now LewsTherin is going for his rod bump too. Let's see if they put a stop to it.
All right, they can hear you again. That was me just trying to fix the sounds. I put my output monitor but muted output so they could hear me just fine, but they couldn't hear a darn thing you were saying there. So apologies. Looks like they caught you in the beginning. It was just when I was trying to troubleshoot that sound there that you dropped off. Man, lots of action going on in the middle now. We got the two diagonals with Rodders basically up. LewsTherin getting his third bunker as a Rodder. ILikeSports still sitting on two, both merked bunkers, Rodder and Marine. That is bad news there for ggman, which is now bottom of the scoreboard, only because of composition.
And it's very interesting too. Zeteo usually like to go with two Marine bunk plays, but on this game right here, he went Reapers, and it's very, very hurting him right now because now he's fighting top and bottom. They both have Rodders. What do you do as Reaper play now?
Yep, and man, I just watched LewsTherin take an engagement. He needs to increase his armor here now that he is a Marauder build. They're just dropping too fast. He's still sitting at that 4, 7, and 5. So what that tells me is he went Rodder too quick. He's poor. He has no money. Going Rodders is probably one of the more expensive bunkers you can get. You want to get the Merc. You want to get the slow concussive shells. And you definitely need the armor to complement and take advantage of it. Him boosting into attack and then going to Marauder, I think is going to set him behind long term.
ILikeSports is playing a great game right now. He just got his stim, and now I'm sure now he's going to start saving up to start upping his regen. And once he has maybe around 8 or 9 regen, he could really start roaming around the map and just taking fights with anybody who wants to, and help maybe Cyrus take out top left.
Yep, and you can see his upgrades just kind of to say what we were saying before. He's got 8 armor, 5 attack. It's just completely opposite. Lew's dumped one more into armor, but he just dumped another into attack. I think he wants to prioritize armor here. All right, score check. We got ILikeSports shooting up 2 bunkers to 6,000 points, first place. LewsTherin still holding on. He is second place, but I do predict he's going to lose a little bit of steam now. EvilZergling third place, 5,400. Hero fourth place, 5,300. Look at this nuke that's coming down. They're trying to deny EvilZergling that bunker. It does get canceled.
And if you took a look at the score earlier, I'm really hurting for ggman and Zeteo. Like they're both sitting on 7 and 8 right now, and they're not trading well at all. They can't take a fight with top right, and they can't take a fight with bottom left. Where do they go from here? They can't really go diagonal yet, right?
Yeah, I mean I think Zeteo definitely needs to merc that Marine bunker. Let Lew's come to him. Lew's has a lot more reason to come to him. He's building the second Reaper bunker right now. I don't know why.
Ooh.
Knowing that Lew's has Marauders, knowing that GG's man's lane has Marauders, why get another Reaper unless you're just going for a complete huge snipe, kind of like all-in play?
Well, maybe because he learned from Oblivion from last week, with that big Reaper plays. And I don't know about you, but this past week when I've been playing, ZC4, man, it seems every single game I go into, there's always one person trying to go with that mass Reaper play and trying to run around the whole map sniping funks. It was super, super annoying.
Yeah, Zeteo and ggman there had a great play going there on ILikeSports bunker. Got it into the orange, but Sports still had his nuke. He forced Sports to use the nuke, but missed the snipe. Looks like ggman's coming back in, trying to force the cancel of Sports' third bunker, which is going to be another Marine. Zeteo's up here as well with the Reapers, but Zeteo's not going to be able to help him cancel it. They just don't have the kit to be able to cancel this.
Now, going back a few minutes, what's your thoughts about Cyrus picking up that rod bunk?
Cyrus picking up, I'm sorry, what bunk?
Like a few minutes ago when Cyrus went to go build that Marauder bunk, what are your thoughts on it? Was that a good move, or?
To me,
I think that's
I didn't catch that, and I'm assuming it got canceled out. Yeah. So, no, I don't know why he got Rodders. Again, his kit, he's got 13 attack, 6 armor. You're already on third bunkers, going to a fourth at this point. And this is just my opinion, is going to starve you on upgrades. It's going to keep you from taking more valuable trades.
someone from Twitch chat, Dark Shadow, saying, "F yeah, sports." I totally agree with you, brother. Totally agree with you. It's good to see that ILikeSports is completely wrecking this whole game right now. Yep. I hope he keeps it up. And then so it's very important that Cyrus makes the right move right now, because if he does anything significantly that makes other people start targeting them, they could lose, you know. And I hope Cyrus understands that. I mean, he went for that Marauder bump, which I thought was very unnecessary in the beginning. I would maybe have merc his 2 Marine bumps first, and then put some more upgrades on his armor before going for the Marauder bump.
Lew's trying to take out the supply depot from Zeteo. He does get pushed back, and then Zeteo's building another supply. It kind of looks like Zeteo is, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. ILikeSports just wrecking. He just denies another bunker from ggman. Look at this forward Marine bunker that Sports is building. Sports has.
I love it.
He is not feeling pressured at all and wants to just put bottom right out of its misery.
And denying that ggman's Marine bunk was huge. That was a huge. But I really hope that ILikeSports starts putting some upgrades into his damage. Yeah, it's great to have huge regen and a huge armor, but he also needs to be able to, you know, kill supplies too as well.
He's in trouble now. If Lewis keeps going cross position against his Marauder, he is going to lose his forward bunker. He'll definitely need to complement, because right now they weren't really facing any pressure from diagonal. Like you were saying earlier, they are now in kind of almost in that mode, with ILikeSports being in first place, 11,000 points, where they're going to start seeing some play from cross diagonal position on them. Right now, I do not think he is set up to handle the 3v2 on it.
Oh, definitely not. Especially right now with so much 3-person play coming from Zeteo and ggman. It seems like ILikeSports already has 4 and 4 on his armor, on building, and 4 regen. I would like to see him maybe up the bunker capacity a little bit higher.
Yeah, still sitting at 4 there. He'll definitely want to do that. I agree with you. I think the predicament they're in now is both ILikeSports and Cyrus took a forward bunker at the same time.
Huh, I wonder what happened. Hero just paused the game. Well, that was a first, huh?
Yep, that was a first, and this is actually a first Pro League match for Hero, so probably hasn't really gotten ahead of how these games play differently than a pub lobby or whatnot.
Hero's a very good player too. He knows to pick his spot. And look at bottom right. We were faulting Zeteo and ggman for Ghost Reapers, but now they're going to have a.
They're in trouble. Cyrus is going to be the first to lose his forward bunker here, and Zeteo and them are coming up from the snipe just as well. Cyrus's bunker goes down, but it looks like Hero is going to be able to hold his, but he loses the Marauders at the exact same time. So again, yeah, I think the main issue they had there is they both had that forward bunker there, and what they should have did is just called it a loss when they got the 6v2 going on right there.
Oh man, Cyrus just lost 3 bunkers. How behind are you right now? That's 3,000
This is game ending. This is really game ending here. It looks like they should be able to follow up and just completely take them out right now. Looks like ILikeSports is going to hold, but Cyrus is definitely going to fall in here.
If I was ILikeSports, I would just protect myself right now. I mean, Cyrus is going down no matter what. I would just defend my own bunkers. Oh no, this is so bad. Cyrus lives. It's just.
Yeah, but they got taken to the Stone Age here. Oh my gosh.
Oh my lord. Well, for those of you guys watching stream, that's how fast the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, you know, and the pause happened right before that, but they weren't politicking for a 6v2. I don't know what happened there, or at least I didn't read into that, but they were politicking for a 6v2.
Yeah, I didn't really understand Hero pausing. He's saying that Red wake up, but he was in middle. He was kind of in where all the ghost bunkers there in that area. He was fighting. He was upgrading the bomb.
Yeah, look
Oh
at this.
man,
ggman doing a tank push. They want to eliminate sports from this game at all costs here. But, I mean, this would be an opportunity for someone to get ggman to lose that tank. He's not feeling secure about it. He's running that tank back. Sports needs to be able to take some kind of deny, but Kirto's not going to let him do that. So, bottom left, they're still in a very, very, very vulnerable position right now. Zeteo supply being taken out from LewsTherin. Bottom right lost out on that power play. Bottom left's already crippled. Sports being taken out in the meantime by top left. It is this game, how it just transpired the last 3 minutes. I don't think I've seen a pro game that did that before. That was very, very, very surprising.
And Drac, you know what's going to happen, right? Zeteo and ggman will win this game, and he'll be listening to this cast. I'm like, see, we told you guys. That's why we're playing and you guys are casting.
Oh man, ggman wants to get this Marauder bunker up. I don't think Huron's Lew's gonna let him. Turret goes down from ggman. Meanwhile, look at the snipe going from Kirto and EvilZergling. Looks like they can get this forward Reaper bunker if they target it. They're not targeting it. They're falling back. Okay, Hero gets off unscathed there. And right now, ggman, 35 minutes into the game, is going to get his Marauder bunkers up.
Wow, EvilZergling's ups are so nice right now. And it's going to transition to bottom right and top left fighting top right now. I think they're going to try to go 4 on 2.
Yep.
Hey, Drac, do you mind pulling up the score screen real quickly again?
Yep. All right. Score screen is up right now. Looks like we got a tank on ggman going against Lew's. Hero has a tank. I think he needs to reposition the sucker. He's not really feeling any kind of pressure on the left side from a tank, and he doesn't have splash, so it's just 1,500 units sitting there doing a whole lot of nothing. He needs to move this to the second flank, and it looks like it could die if it stays there, actually.
Yeah, that was a close one by EvilZergling, almost timing that tank with heroes.
And Lew's doing everything he can to push back that tank. He needs a little bit of help from his partner there.
Yeah, it looked like he committed a little bit too hard on that one. There was no waste of time on that thing.
If ggman's going to continue to push this tank up, I really think they need to reposition this tank over on Lew's side right now. I don't see anything coming from top left tank-wise.
Yeah, I agree on that one too. I think he needs to reposition, or else I think LewsTherin might lose that marine bunker if the pressure's not this kept up.
Lew's gonna lose his Marauder. That's really bad. If he loses his Marine at the same time, it's gonna be just catastrophic for them. Yep, I'm convinced of it. Hero keeping his tank up here made his army think he needed to stay that left flank. There was just too much value over here that he could lose, so he couldn't help even lose here at the bottom. He just needed to move that tank, in my opinion. Now he's forced to just try to politic to end the 4v2.
Well, now that there's like a low in fight, what do you think will happen, Drac, with ILikeSports and Cyrus? I felt like, well, you missed it where Cyrus took the Marauder bunk right there, and of course it didn't get finished, got cancelled, and I think that kind of made the whole, like, made everybody else realize, well, how big ILikeSports and Cyrus is getting, so that they start fighting 6-on-2.
Yeah, definitely, and it also forced Cyrus to take a Marine bunker, and it at the same time Sports had taken that forward Marine bunker. Ultimately, I think that's what kind of did them in. They both expanded at the same time. They just had very, very, fragile endpoints there. And then as soon as cross, they were still doing fine, but as soon as cross position, Hero and Lew started putting pressure on them, that's when the cookie started crumbling. Well,
with Cyrus, for the past couple Pro League games I've been watching him play, he never went Marines. He had 3 Marine bunks, but never murked any of them. I think towards in the later stages, especially when you're fighting against Marauders, you know, that extra 70 HP is going to change the whole battle outcome. You know what I mean? So maybe we'll get some thoughts on Cyrus on why he doesn't murk his Marine bunks.
All right. Yep. Cyrus is kind of known to really hold back on the mercs, and it makes sense why you want to do that. You can use that money towards upgrades. You deny your opponent lane, but hey, sometimes it does prevent you from taking certain trades that you would want to take there. Looks like, man, Hero had 2 tanks there. Now he only has 1. That is not good. LewsTherin loses a bunker at the same time. This might be it where they just die. So bottom right has to start really thinking about what their next play is here.
Now, Drac, let's say LewsTherin Hero does die. Who do you think will take this game? Top left or bottom right?
Let's see. Let's look at the upgrades here. We got ggman 7 and 15 on armor and attack. Zeteo 8 and 11. We got Kirto 10 and 13. And we got EvilZergling 13 and 13. You know, bottom right does have a tank, but I'm liking the upgrades from top left better. It'll be just how fast they can get into like a middle type position. And you can see ggman's already beginning it, but I think it's too early to do this right now. They're going to just force the switch. Unless ggman and them are trying to orchestrate a very weak 3 versus 2 on top left.
It'll definitely be interesting, but I think when it comes down to 2-on-2, getting the upgrades up is not hard, right? I mean, just as long as the other enemies pushing you pretty hard, you'll get your farm. I think it's more so on how much supply you have and also what kind of supply you're getting. Right now they have 2 rods bottom with Zeteo and ggman, and also they have a total of 3 Marine bunks. I would like to see Zeteo kind of work his Marine bunks if possible, just so they could take better fights later on too.
Let's see what bottom right does here. Bottom right looks like they're going to engage top right still. Hero could lose the tank if they do that. I think there's a little bit of indecision on what they want to do exactly here.
It looks like the Zeteo and ggman just broke into truce, huh?
Yep, and it looks like they are going to start pressuring this Marauder and this Marine bunker here back here. It's going to split red and blue's army. They got to make sure that they just handle each other's sides here. They can. The only issue is going to be Hero's tank, but Hero's not pulling it up. That bunker is really, really low, though.
It's going to survive. Definitely
it looks like it's going to survive.
At what cost? At what cost? And they had to be very careful. LewsTherin is not out. His ups are huge, so he could take fights very well and farm up really quickly too. And before you know it, he'll have like 3 or 4 or 5 bunks.
Absolutely. Looks like we do have the tank coming up here now. We're going to see some good tank play coming up. Hero surrounding tank. Lose here as well. Tank is in position. It's firing on Marines right now without a splash. I don't know if I know about that, but man, look at the armor for this tank from Hero playing those defensive games. 17 armor. It's going to be hard for them to even counter-snipe that tank.
Jesus. Now he needs to get some splash damage. He needs to upgrade it. He needs 2,000 minerals. He has the money. He has the minerals, but he's not putting it in yet.
Kirto losing this tank as well. I mean, this bunker as well in the bottom left. You know, Silver called it here in the stream. He's saying he's calling it right now for bottom right. As this goes on further and further, at first I would say there's no way, but it's looking like it could happen right now.
Silver, don't speak so soon, man. If you look at top right, LewsTherin and Hero are still pretty damn big, and LewsTherin can start bucking up real quickly. He's already getting a Marine bunk up here, and you never know. They could turn the battle around real quickly.
They're determined. They're going to take EvilZergling to 1 bunker now. And now they're retreating. It looks like we might see a switch coming up here, but look at, they got complete middle control. I don't know if they want to put their tank in that kind of spot yet, though. With top right pulling back, their tank is looking pretty darn vulnerable right now.
I think for Zeteo and ggman, they have to commit right now. They can't just keep on switching. If they want to take out the top left, they have to commit right now. Finish it and then go on 2 versus 2.
Looks like Hero has the memo. Hero is going. He's taking out back bunker from Kirto right now. Oh, this is not looking good for them at all. EvilZergling only surviving with this bunker that has not finished building yet after he lost those rods. So he's got a tank and a half-built bunker. If you're bottom right, you got to really start thinking about your next move, I think, right now.
Oh, Silver Unicorn and Twitch chat. She, my sincere apology.
Yeah, it looks like we might see a switch here.
Yeah, they keep
Maybe.
switching. They keep switching.
Lew's saying, hey, I'm just scouting. And they're like, yeah, let us scout too with our entire freaking army.
Look how much supply Hero has.
Yeah. It could come back to haunt him, to be honest. I mean, look at bottom right. They definitely have an upgrade disadvantage, but they got 2 Marauder bunkers now, and he's committing to a snipe play this late in the game. I hope he knows what he's doing. Look at ggman pushing 2 tanks with Marauders as a meat shield. This is not a good composition here for Hero. Those tanks have splash.
Yeah, they need to call out for help.
Top right is going to get decimated here.
Yeah, I love Zeteo. He replied, "Oh, Hero's so big," and wow, they're killing him.
This is the right play from bottom right. Bottom right is in this game.
Yeah, they have to finish right now. They can't switch no more. They have to finish.
Kirto and them looking like they're going to switch. They're not targeting a bunker though. They're not taking advantage of it. They're just forcing a switch off. I don't know about that. You change the dynamic of a game for a shield tower. And look at the way that Kirto is built. This is, or EvilZergling is built. This is not good for them. They definitely need top right's help, or they're just it's over. I say bottom right's in a very good position. Go a little bit more defensive. They can catch up on their upgrades real fast here if they catch a 4v2, because they will be able to defend it, and they have this nice box pattern going in their building.
You know, as much as I'm rooting for Zeteo, I actually think they're not in a very good position right now. I think they kind of pissed off all parties. They pissed off top left, they pissed off top right. I think it's going to be a 4-on-2 very shortly.
I'm with you. They're going to get the 4v2, but I think this will be to their advantage because I think they're going to be able to hold a 4v2 at this rate, and there'll probably be another switch. What I see the 4v2 doing to them is them getting their upgrades more in line with everyone else's. That's their only disadvantage right now because they dumped into tanks and they had a little bit slow start. But man, if they match upgrades, even if they lose a bunker, I don't see them dying, but we're going to find out what happens. What do you guys think out in the stream chat here? Who's in the better position? Love to hear from you.
Draconis, do you think it's a very fairly low score for 53 minutes so far? It seems like it hasn't been that big of a score change.
I think the thing that sticks out to me is still a fairly even score. You know, usually when you start hitting the 30,000, you'll see one person 30, 40,000, and the other have like a 15,000 gap. Here we got the top teams very close to each other. ILikeSports was eliminated quite some time ago, and he's even only got a 15,000 gap. So I think it's been a pretty balanced game. Besides the Greek tragedy that was bottom left, it's been pretty even.
Draconis, Silver Unicorn from Twitch is asking you to show units, please.
units as in, I'm sorry. What do you mean?
I guess, yeah. Silver Unicorn, in case you're wondering, Hero has 2 SCVs. Everybody else has 1.
Yep, and I got it on the stream right now.
ggman going for his 3rd tank, but he's going to get flanked right now. Look at the game dynamic, how it changed. So funny. LewsTherin, he was on top right. Literally now he's on top left. And
they're gonna have to build a wall here very soon.
Yeah.
Prevent some people from crossing over there. That's gonna be interesting when a switch does come. That's gonna be very interesting when a switch does.
EvilZergling literally was top left, and now he's on bottom left, and everyone's moving counterclockwise, which is the reason why I feel very dangerous for ggman and Zeteo. They are going to get pinned very shortly. I just hope they have enough supply to hold on.
And they're going right for that tank of ggman. It's gonna go down.
Got it.
Woo! I was a little worried there for a second that maybe they weren't going to get and just trade off a whole army. That's a big move for them. ggman still has 2 tanks on the field, though. At the same time, it looks like Zeteo did end up losing that bunker that they've been pressing for a while. ggman repositioning his tanks to a little bit safer position, but to be honest, I don't know if they'll... Yeah, I guess they will be in effective range if they start pushing Zeteo's Reaper bunker there.
Yeah, Zeteo needs to get that Marine bunk up again and start marking his Marines. Zeteo, if you watch the stream later or watch the replay later and you're hearing us, this game is all you, man. It's your game to lose, so you better make the right move, man.
Yep, absolutely. I'm still kind of rooting for bottom right here at this point. It's the underdog story. We're going for it, but
no.
I should have said it right there.
Silver Unicorn from Twitch. I'm telling you, this is what happens. This is how fast the game could change. Oh, Zeteo is dead. He's gonna lose his bunker. He's only down to that last Reaper bunk.
Yep, 1 bunker left here. Dang it! Well, this is why I don't go to Vegas and bet on sports teams and all that.
Oh, I need to stop going to Vegas. That's my problem.
Man, first the Rams win yesterday, and now this bottom right. Come on, bottom right. Don't let me down. Now, this will be completely interesting to see how this works out here. Lewis is going to lose a lot of stuff quick, but then again, Kirto and them can as well. They are so exposed up here. Look at ggman just putting the hurt to lose on both sides. Lewis is getting it.
I don't know.
You know, to be honest,
I
know why Lewis built there, but I think he had the ability to expand out on his side, and because you have to know, you build like that, it's just gonna go bad. This looks like it might be the final push. They're gonna completely die here, but oh my gosh, how is bottom right gonna hold?
Not a good idea. I don't think this is the right play for bottom right. I do not think they could take out top left.
This is it. Tanks are coming into the middle. They need to get some shield towers down.
They are collapsing right now. They need to reinforce as soon as possible.
And those tanks are firing on units that are not clustered. There we go. We got some. I'm hoping that was ggman changing up.
Nice one, ggman. His second SCV going down. They need to reinforce or they might lose those two things.
Yep, this is it. I don't see them holding this. EvilZergling's going to move his tank up into position for a snipe move, it looks like. Here it comes. Tank's in position. ggman is not targeted. Well, one hit gets off. Oh, they're going to get it. They're going to get it.
You think so?
They got it.
It was very close.
No, I mean they got EvilZergling's tank. They need to get some shield towers going up here. Oh my gosh, a little aggressive. Look at how they're coming in from both the bottom and the top right. That's going to confuse these tanks on where to fire. But still, it's just so many tanks. One goes down, but two are still alive. Kirto's going to lose this Marauder bunker. This is it. They can snowball to the victory right here. It looks like it could be very easily GG and Zeteo. ggman with 3 SCVs coming up, throwing down those turrets, reinforcing the tanks. Tank is in position now.
Look at what Zeteo just said. How true is that?
For those joining the stream, there's always this inside joke that Zeteo, no one will let him have more than 3 bunkers. He just got his 3rd bunker right now. It's GG, it looks like, now that he's got his 3 bunkers. Look at this flank move from EvilZergling, but it's a little too late. Zeteo's just coming in to manage this, and it looks like GG can roll to victory here very, very quickly. It is looking like it is going to be a match now for bottom right. ggman and Zeteo. GG is called from EvilZergling. Let's see if it is matched from Kirto. Wow, what an amazing game. And hey, I just want to say, I told you so. I told you so. This is how it's going to be.
All right. You were right. So was Silver Unicorn. Good game, everybody.
Wow, great game, guys. We're going to be coming back in just a second. What was your favorite part of that game, you would say there?
You know, I think the whole game was really, really interesting. I have not one area where I thought that was great. I just thought the whole game was great. So I can't pick and choose.
Alrighty. And guys, if you're wondering, I'm just doing some things in the background, getting us ready for the next match. We're going to have some highlights up there. Really curious to see what your comments are in the stream. How did that go out? Some of us were saying at the end that not sure about bottom right. What was the thing that allowed them to win this game? Curious to see your thoughts on it.
They were really playing with fire for a minute there, huh? They were fighting top right. They were switching. They kept switching, and you know, they were able to hold against 4-on-2. You know, lucky for them, they turned that, you know, into a big win.
Absolutely.
And it was perfect timing too, especially if ggman had those 3 tanks to kind of protect them a little bit. Or else without those tanks, it would have been GG for them, definitely.
And it looks like everyone's getting ready for that second game right now. Man, that was that was one of the more interesting games, I have to say, that we've casted in a while. So it looks like Silver is saying politics was a huge one that came into that. And then, of course, the tanks in mid, the tank play from ggman, I have to agree, was impressive. At first, I thought they were going pretty darn aggressive there, and that they were going to end up losing the tanks, but it ended up going through.
There was just not enough splash damage for EvilZergling. He was fighting 1 tank against 3, you know, and And Draconis, you were asking me what was my favorite moment. I think I just picked it. Literally, it was the one where Zeteo was calling out, "Oh, Hero's so big," and everybody was killing him, and then he was killing him himself. It's like, yeah, I think that's like a perfect politics game right there.
All right, looks. I'm looking at the Discord thing right now, and it looks like we got some new players coming into the queue. We got Time Traveler coming into the queue. Uh, let's see, anyone else that I see? It looks like Ricochet is in here in the queue, so we're gonna see a couple new players come in this round. Man, that was such a good first game, man. I can't even wait to see the second one now. Oh gosh. Um, I'm just too excited from it now.
What you think? Hero played a very good game on his first pro match, huh?
Yeah, I think he did pretty good there. Besides the unneeded pause and all that, I think he'll learn a lot, very fast, faster than some of the other players. Just the dynamics of these pro lobbies, they are different. They're different than pub games. And the hero I saw there, some good strong play, but it was more geared towards a pub lobby. Um, I'm curious to see how he's going to evolve and become a much stronger player in these lobbies full of just professionals. I think the only thing that really did hurt Hero was, just, and again, it's the experience playing against pro lobbies, repositioning that tank. I think if you would have repositioned that tank to the bottom against lose, it would have taken a lot of pressure off his left side where he didn't feel like he had a lot to lose on that side. And then it would have definitely helped lose not lose some bunkers to ggman, LewsTherin, I should say. I guess I can't use lose and lose at the in the same sentence effectively or whatnot.
Yeah, you know how I was saying that the score was it seemed kind of low for like a 1 hour game so far. I think it's more so really because everybody got like an early tank, and usually once someone gets an early tank, there's not as much like mass marine or rudder fight. You know what I mean? So the score goes down very 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 low.
All right, guys, if you're just joining us, you're probably seeing all the different highlights that are going on right now from this last game. Right now, we got GG Man's tank play going on in the middle. Uh, Gosh, that was just such a power play there. And it looks like we got 2 minutes going until the next roll.
Hey,
And then we'll
Draconis,
be
let me ask
going
you,
on to
did
game two.
did you make the trailer?
That trailer, good man. Glad you said that. No, Adam made this trailer. We played it in the very beginning. If you guys missed it, y'all catch it on his YouTube channel when we post up these streams. Nice little intro. Hopefully set the mood a little bit. Adam's one of a new member of our community, core contribute. He's managing our YouTube channel. He's creating all these different assets alongside Oblivion. Um, I'm loving everything he's doing for the community, and I think that's a good shout out right now. Hey, this community is just that. It's a community. We're gonna get out of it what we put into it, and as long as we can all work together. If you want to contribute something, reach out to myself, reach out to Cyrus, reach out to Adam, reach out to Zeteo. Let us know how you can help or what you want to do, and we'll set it up there for you. We got Oblivion that does all our art assets right now. So a lot of the logos that you see right now were designed by Oblivion. We've reached out outside of the community, so you probably see that awesome ghost picture. You can find credit to the author in the bottom right. They're on Deviant Art. Eddie, very nice guy. We're working with GameHeart right now with the creator that did a lot of the stream overlays with Blizzard. He's been very, very helpful troubleshooting some of the items we're trying to change on that, like getting scores on the bottom instead of supply count. Overall, I love this community. I love what everyone's doing for it. And man, look at the turnout that we have now. This lounge is full. Oh man, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players in the lounge right now, just queuing up ready for this next match. I'm only hoping Cyrus kind of goes a little faster here because I'm running out of stuff to talk about, and I want to see game 2. So,
and don't forget, Zeteo is making Zone Control 5, everybody who's watching the stream. Zone Control 5, they said it's almost in beta, right?
Yeah, a couple more weeks. He's just working on a couple small items. And what I like about Zone Control 5, because some of us have gotten the glimpse at it, this is a playable Zone Control 5. Like, literally, people are saying, oh, the release is coming around the corner. Maybe there'll be a bug, and that's why he wants to do a small beta session. But honestly, this is a very playable map. It's not any kind of blueprint early version. It's going to be what we love, and then from there, we'll be able to, expand it out for tournament play. Take some things that the community has suggested. I'm looking forward to it completely.
Yeah, knowing Zeteo, he'll have a bug where he'll have his one Marines that's like immortal,
Yep.
just doing like super damage. And
Hey, Peter, you need to get into this lobby before they start it.
what lobby?
To the game lobby?
Oh, right. Oh, okay, I'm joining right now. My apologies.
Hard to have a co-caster when you're not seeing the game, and Twitch delay will
Good
be
call
a
on that.
little.
Good call on that one.
What's up, boys?
Hey, how are ya?
Hey, GGI, what's going on?
Not too bad. Hey, sorry, I figured I'd dip in if you don't mind. I'll ride with you on this one. Then I figured I'd play the third one. Just got home. I was out and about for the first football game today.
Nice.
If you don't
That'd
mind,
be awesome.
This game sounded like, from what I literally caught the last minute, and all I hear is Jack is like, "This is a fucking great game. This is crazy." I'm like, "No, I'm not. Why was I driving home during a great game? I feel terrible. So I'll have to go back and watch it."
It was a game full of some twists. We had bottom left that were early leaders. It was Cyrus and
ILikeSports.
ILikeSports, and it looked like they were just going to dominate. And it was just a tragedy that unfolded in literally like 30 seconds. And then just the last power play from ggman, I think it really highlights what the difference is between late game play. Like, people go, oh yeah, I'm okay at late game play. I know how to manage units. Look at ggman there. His decision making, his power pushes. That was just some amazing late game play where they came from an underdog position and they took the game.
Yeah, it was really big too. I mean, especially for the new players watching the stream right now. Don't get easily influenced by the politics. I think that's a big key. I think when you feel like it's time to switch, talk it over with your partner and say, you know what, I think it is time to switch. One of the biggest moments in the last game, because Hero was on the top score and he was so big, they went 4-on-2 against them, and I love how Zeteo was just calling, "Oh, Hero's so big," and then they're literally taking out 3 of his bunkers. It's just funny.
Yep, some definite politicking going in on that one, huh?
Yeah, it's like, damn it, like Zeteo learned it all from Cyrus.
All right, guys, they're booting up into this game right now. We got the teams here on the screen for you. We got EvilZergling and RCJH rolling on a team. We got ggman and Zeteo, CyrusDaVirus and ILikeSports, and Kirto and Time Traveler right now. Some real strong teams as we transition into game 2 of the night. Any predictions that you guys got? Go get it, or Peter Griffin?
I'll let go get it. Go get it. Who do you like better right now? What's your pick?
From what I can gather, it sounds like GG and Zeteo won the first game. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tough. It was a tough win from the fall.
Well, first game, get the jitters out, pull it together. I'll root for them again and say that they're going to be favored to win this guy. Interesting.
All right, I've actually never heard of a display mode.
Never heard of that either.
That'll be interesting. Well, while we're paused, let's go ahead and call out some teams. We got Fred and Kirto in the spawning in the bottom left position. In top left, Zeteo and ggman are there. So they're completely cross positioned to where they were last time. We got top right being RCJH and EvilZergling, and then bottom right, Cyrus and ILikeSports. Man, we got Sports and Fred laning each other. That's a particular a very opposite matchup, because I always think Sports is very aggressive, and then Fred is a little bit more passive unorthodox. I'm curious
Oh,
to see how
Drag, you
that
don't have to
works
be
out.
so you don't have to be so politic. You could just say Fred is more selfish and Sports is just more of a supportive player.
Here's did Fred even nuke the whole? I missed the whole first game, right? So did he even nuke the first game?
He wasn't in the first game. He just got on the lobby.
Oh, he didn't play
the first game. Yeah.
Oh, he's been holding his nuke since last week. I got it.
No, to be honest with you, we didn't even know there was going to be a second game for Pro League. When they were starting the first one, there was not enough players, so it was kind of pulling tooth and nail trying to get the game started.
Glad we got it off the ground then.
Yeah,
I always enjoy watching this on Sundays. Yeah.
It went from attendance that looked a little shaky in the beginning to just this booming attendance right now. Got 7 guys watching on the stream, all non-players, of course, and 13 players in the lobby when I counted last time. So 13 professional level players, I should say, in our Discord lobby right now. Queuing up.
Zergling lining the units up as best he can. If Cyrus puts it together, he's actually got the advantage because he has the angle around him on the right side of the map here.
That's one of the hardest things for me too right now, like getting that angle down.
Exactly what I was gonna say. I am so terrible, like ultra early game. I just want to bunch my units and run over to somebody else's base, even though that's less than optimal. I always try to end up doing that because it's so much easier, right? Like you don't have to move your hand, you just kind of click forward, and it's easier to deal with. But it's clearly best to spread out your units so that you can and kind of work for the angle, especially early game when you don't want to get way behind.
Yeah, and you just called it too. You go to the spot his whole army.
Put himself in a bad spot. So, not to harp on this
like just in observer mode there, leaving out the game. But yeah, the first engagement that you were saying with Cyrus, he went into that with 0 upgrades and like 3-4 speed. I'm always scared to dump that much into speed in the beginning in case you get into a jam. But he took that, he took the engagement from EvilZergling and got his upgrades up. So yeah, that was all about his microplay there.
And it's interesting right now. Cyrus and ILikeSports got in the same team again. They were the favorites last game, right? So let's see if we can try to replicate what the last game.
For those that just watched that last battle between Sports and EvilZergling, it was a little bit of what Peter and I were talking about last game. You saw how Cyrus repositioned his army dependent on how he took that engagement. And he was able to get a lot more mileage from it that way.
The general premise is you effectively want to have the most surface area. If everybody has the same amount of units, but you have 2 layers of units and only the front layer shooting, and the other team has an entire layer of units shooting in, around your units, then you're going to win if you have a wider surface area to fire at. That's what you want to avoid on the defense. That's what you want to push for on the offense, of course, early game. Yeah,
that was something that Drac and I were talking about. What's your take on the sidestepping thing? Because not many people know how effective it is, and if you screw up, you literally screw up really, really big. What are your thoughts on that?
So to me, it depends on the layout of the units. I actually, the way I play, I feel I have high enough APM. I almost always click the opposing army and check their upgrades before I engage. So I'll always swipe over their army. If you swipe your army, you'll get like a group of units. If you swipe over an opposing army, you'll get 1 unit, and it'll tell you their upgrades at the bottom, like bottom center of the map. So I always do that if I know I'm say like 3 or 4 attack on, or 3 or 4 upgraded on attack and defense, and they're only 1 or 2. I'll almost always take the engagement, even if my positioning is bad. If we're equal, then I'll work for better positioning. But you always have to work to like undercut where those units are coming from. So whatever the rally point is, if you can hit 3 or 4 units in basically in their refeed, then you kind of cut off their resupply, and it allows you to engage a little bit better. But it's a difficult thing to do if you're out of your lane or if you're in the middle of the map. So it becomes kind of like I hate to say this because it's very generic, but like a the longer you play and the more experience you have, the more natural it is. It's kind of hard to describe without actually getting your hands dirty and playing.
Gotcha.
Looks like
Chris already has a bunk
might
up.
be the first, or second, I should say, to go with the bunker. We got Cyrus with the first to the bunker. And, oh my gosh, look at, what did EvilZergling do? He went upgrades. He had to go upgrades. Yeah, he's sitting at 4-4 again. 4-4 and 4 range. He's only got $300 in the bank as Cyrus finishes up this Reaper bunker on 4 early upgrades, but, oh, this looks like, I think he might have overcommitted on this here.
Oh, right as he gets it down.
Yeah, the bunker gets complete. Can't even deny the bunker with those upgrades. I feel at this point now, Cyrus is going to be able to match his upgrades really, really soon, and he's just going to have diminishing returns on it.
Well, RCJH is going to have to back him up a little bit when EvilZergling does take his bunker, and RCJH is usually a very good player to help support too. So I don't see a problem. Even with his EvilZergling upping his up so far up, he can still take the Reapers on right now.
The thing, though, I mean, look at Cyrus right here. He's just all over the map. You know why? Because he can. He's got no pressure going from Evil right now. Evil will come down and poke at him, and it's going to force him to have to fight on Cyrus's side, and Cyrus is just going to fight him.
Looks like Kirto did the exact same thing EvilZergling did. His units are more upgraded than would be traditional. So I wonder if that's the plan, or if he felt like the game gave him that, so he felt behind and needed to upgrade to an attempt to like win engagement. So I'd be interested to know his thoughts after the game.
Well, it's really funny. Like the past month and a half, 2 months, ever since you guys started the whole streaming pro league thing, like it seemed like every single week the meta just keep changing. You know, before when we used to see it like early on, it was 2-2-2-2 all the way across, and maybe like a 4 or 5 on speed. But now, before the first bunker goes up, everybody goes 3 or 4.
I think I want to kind of blame that on Trigger in a good way. Feels like he basically said, yeah, you go upgrades, and he had very solid logic in the fact that you can lose a bunker and you lose that equity, but if you invest in upgrades, it's impossible to have that taken by another player. And I appreciated what he said when he said that, so I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I usually don't stick to any standard build. I've never, and it would be really fun to see this if a pro league game, if somebody went to take mid first. I don't think we've ever seen that, and I would argue it would be very difficult to do, but that would be fun. But you know, when the game gives you the mid, sometimes you got to go for it. Be interesting to see. So, but yeah, upgrades early seems to be the current meta.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at this from top left right here. They're going to start seeing a little bit of focus coming on them with those early rotters.
No one sees it. Oh, RC sees it.
Yep, RC sees it. Let's see if anyone calls it out. Yep, top left rod. We got Cyrus here, cross position foot in there. Let's see, we already got Kirto that looks like he's going to start going up on the left-hand flank side. 2 nukes goes down. Wow, ggman almost losing that bunker. He decides it's too hot for him. Cancels it right afterwards.
Well, going back to what you were saying, GoGetIt. You know, if I was fighting like a easy lane, I won't even go up that much. But when it's someone really good I'm playing against, I'd rather go higher up than they do. If that makes sense, just so I can take better fights, and even though I can fight that well or micro
that seems completely that's completely reasonable. You kind of have to you have to take what the game gives you, right? So if you either get unlucky or get lucky in laning somebody who's not particularly good, or lane somebody who's very good, you adjust your play appropriately. I've said this publicly, I think last week. If I was playing Trigger, this is just reality, I would probably nuke Trigger's army at 35 supply always. Anybody else who plays this game, I'm looking to hold my nuke for maybe a defensive position when I'm building a bunker, or potentially looking for like a 2 army nuke early on. But for Trigger, given I think he's so much better than I am, I need to put him in a hole. So you just kind of take what the game gives you in that spot.
Right, and that's one thing that's so amazing about Zone Control, is that it's such a simple game, but yet there is a lot of strategy involved on every, I guess, procedure or your train of thoughts during into the game.
That's the best games, in my opinion, are ones that are easy to learn, but are almost impossible to master. Feel that from a poker saying. There's an old poker saying it takes a minute to learn, but a lifetime to master. You could almost make the same application here to Zone Control. You can learn this game in 5-10 minutes. The idea is fairly simple, kill everybody else, but as far as having talent, particularly late game, becomes a very difficult thing. It requires a lot of talent and experience.
Right. Well, the best thing I heard is like you play poker too. So you're a poker player too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Nice.
Man, what are you gonna do? Sometimes you got to game it up.
Yeah. Have you gone try playing at WSOP before?
I actually have a couple of friends who live out in Las Vegas. There's a part of poker where you can take pieces of their action, so I've actually bought part of their tournament equity. I live East Coast, and I don't never flown out to Vegas, which is a travesty given the way my life's played out. So no, I've actually never made it out to Vegas, which is a double travesty because not only do I have a place to stay where my buddies live, but then like I would die to go there too. It's so terrible too. I know I'm wasting my life out here. Should probably go out to Vegas this year, maybe. Maybe we'll end up there in July.
I'm originally from California, but I moved to New York for work, and you know I still try to make it out to Vegas at least once a year, and usually I go during the WSOP. And you know, since you've never gone before, you really need to go give it a try. It's such an amazing tournament, and it's electrifying just being in that same room, you know.
Just you know, from outsider's perspective, man, it looks like a blast. There are a couple tournaments specifically that I'd like to play. Everybody plays. If you see poker on TV, you hear of No Limit Hold'em. I don't play much No Limit Hold'em. I play a bunch of different games, but there are a couple tournaments they run that aren't spread at most casinos that I would like die to be able to play live. But I've just never made my way out there. But it's one of those. I don't even want to call it bucket list. My assumption is I'll go once, have a good time, win or lose, doesn't matter, and then just be like, oh, this is what the hell was I doing not going out here, and then I'll go every year. Might never make a thing out of it. So
that's how it starts, man. That's how it starts.
I know, dude. It goes down the rabbit hole.
All right, well, back to our regularly scheduled zone control program.
All right, we're playing StarCraft. I forgot.
Oh, dude.
We got Cyrus first place, 4,100 points right now. Zeteo second place, 3,000. ILikeSports in third. So bottom right looking really strong right now. Nuke goes down from Fred. That is something that you just do not see every day. It's like unicorns whenever you do see it. And he is taking that second bunker in their tank position Marauder.
Be interested. Cyrus is building a third bunker here. He's making it a Marine. I'd be interested to why he's doing that. I'll do that on occasion when I see somebody go Marauder and I already have a Reaper bunker down. But he hasn't seen Marauders as nobody has them. So I'd be interested to hear his thoughts after the game as why he decided to go double Marine there.
Well, yeah, last game Cyrus went 3 Marine bunks. Once again, no Merc. He kept it all as the beginning stage. And we felt that kind of hindered him a little bit when they were being pushed 6-on-2, you know, and it'll be interesting to see what he does over here.
Yeah, I would say besides last game, which I think he did that Marine once his Marauder got canceled there, but Cyrus is probably one of the more methodical players of this game where if you really watch his play, his build strategies do not change. Like, I am not surprised to see that bunker there because he does it every single game for the most part. So if you want to know what Cyrus gets as a third bunker, it's always a Marine. And his next thing he'll do is get combat shields and go for stim right after that. That's the build that he feels comfortable with. Last week, I saw him deter off
Oh my
of it.
goodness. You literally said he's going for stim. Right as you were saying that he had 700 minerals, the instant it went over 750, he got stim and clicked T on his keyboard and his unit stim. That's like...
There you go.
Pattern report for Draconis? Like, it's dead on, buddy.
No, Cyrus is just that type of player. He's going to be like the World Series of Poker guys, the ones that, you know, just throw a curveball every now and then. That's how he can screw us up, but he is a very consistent player.
Well,
if you have a build onto a science, that's what you do. You just keep with the science.
You also called Draconis last week Miss Cleo, right?
The Miss Cleo? Yeah, he predicted it was perfect on his predict. Draconis is literally, for when I've been casting, like 4 for 4 in predictions. The guy is like straight up and down Miss Cleo.
I'm getting it. Hopefully it'll help me win some of those games.
Well, you know what they say, those who can do, teach. So, you know, Draconis is casting. He's a very good caster, but I hope you see him in the game soon.
I'll still wipe the floor with you.
Without a doubt. But I would really love to see you in one of these games, Draconis. I think you'd make a very great player too in there.
You don't get ELO as high as Drax without being good. No. You don't get ELO as high as yours without being good. There's like literally not possible.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Gosh, it looked like EvilZergling was going to be in a little bit of trouble, but Cyrus has pulled off. He's just doing some trades around the map right now. Still leading. Look at the spread on the lead here, though. This is much different than the first game. Cyrus taking a 2,000 gap right now, 20 minutes into the game. That's pretty large. That's a pretty large gap. I have to admit. Sports not too far behind in that 4th place position there.
Well, it all
Versus
starts
upgrades
from
are crazy.
it all starts from EvilZergling losing fights to Cyrus, and Cyrus being able to roam around the map so freely, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Man, look at those upgrades. He is able to put the paint to some of these bunkers, even with his composition being mainly Marines at this point. 12 attack, 6 armor, and look at all those war pigs that he just traded off for. Wow.
To be fair, EvilZergling kind of stemmed himself to death on that fight right there.
That's a thing to note. Every time you click T with stim, or if you manually click stim, I'm sorry if you do that, you take 70 health out of the units. If they don't have real high regen, you're asking to have red health units real fast.
That's a very interesting turret play by Cyrus. Is he? Oh, there he
It nuked, or did he use it? No, he got nuked. Okay.
Yep. It looks like I couldn't tell. Did EvilZergling still have his nuke?
He had it. Sports still has his, and Cyrus still has his. So bottom right, not only are they ahead, but they both have their nukes still, which is crazy at this point in the game.
Man, that is.
wow, yeah.
They're the only ones left. Yep.
They are the only ones left. That's going to be a good position for them if the 4v1 happens. I think they need to work on getting this Marauder secured now. That way, when the switch does come, which it will come, they'll be ready for it a little bit more. Cyrus still a $3,000 or 3,000 point lead now on the map. Now Sports is up here with it. Looks like EvilZergling could be losing this bunker. Cyrus has his SCV up. Turrets are down.
That's a great play by Cyrus, having 2 turrets right now. I think they're going to force it down right now. I just hope they take it. Well, this is going to be a huge investment wasted right there.
Cyrus might be able to nuke
no
this.
Pressure.
Oh, he's just going to get it anyway, yeah. This might be the turning tide of the game.
Oh no, look, it's being switched right now. It's 6-on-2 right now.
Oh, there it goes.
And RCJH called it out. I mean, Sports was able to get up there because Fred was not pressuring. So now Fred is in there. They got their nukes. They should be able to hold this off quite well. But if the turn does come, they're going to have very much a lot of trouble with no Marauder bunker there.
Only invested a little bit in bunker upgrades, nothing too crazy. 4 armor for Sports, 3 regen for Cyrus, no armor for Cyrus. Might be worth good. Cyrus has a huge bank. Oh my! I don't wonder what he's sitting on it for, but he could definitely merc everything right now.
Oh, he just dumped it.
Am I Draconis? He literally mercs it right now, and he still has 800 in the back. I completely agree. You get an extra 5,000 health on your bunker. Your units get better, more health, more damage. At this point in the game makes sense.
I wonder if not having that Marauder bunker influences Diagonal to not continue the 6v2. I wonder on that because top left is not getting anything from their position here. So do they continue the 6v2, which would be catastrophic for bottom right, or do they back off and turn faster because they're being denied feed?
I wonder, it makes me feel like Cyrus is thinking about the 6v2 is coming, and he might be, he still has basically 1,200 in the bank right now. Maybe he's thinking about getting a tank and attempting to prepare for something like that. But they still, Sports has his nuke, right? I think his SCV just got killed. Yep, there's the tank.
Oh my god, you are Miss Cleo. What is going on with you and Drac, man? Like,
it's like I played this game for like the last 10 years of my life. This is crazy.
No, but here's the thing though, guys. Getting that tank, if you're getting 6v2, is so easily able to get that tank sniped down. Is it?
I agree that it would be a difficult hold. I also think he needs to, and this is very difficult to do, he needs to click 3 on his keyboard, click T on his keyboard right thereafter, and then nuke one of these armies. Like it needs to be done like right now. It's difficult to put that together, especially when you're building a tank. But I think that at least gets the pressure off of what they're having to deal with now. Gives them a little breathing room, allows the tank to get down, and then you have to move it into a defensive position.
Man, they are getting pressure from all sides, all fronts right now, and.
Hey, but if I had to choose a 6v2, this is the one I would choose. I mean, look at the compositions of the players. I mean, you got Fred with the Reaper bunker, so maybe he'll put some pressure on Sports. Everyone else is very Marine and Marine heavy. that's not going to put as much
Research
damage on your bunkers.
complete.
Top left has, you know, the rotters and everything, but they can't hit anything from this angle. They're just kind of stuck there in middle. I actually think bottom left is losing out the most in this situation. I mean, top left. Top left is losing out the most in this situation.
You know what I'm taking away from this? It's like they've been fighting bottom right for the past, like, what, 5-6 minutes? Both Cyrus and Sports still has their nuke.
Yeah, it looks like Sports might need to use it here, though.
Just over stims a little.
Or not, it survives. Will Cyrus survive? They got their nukes. They got to make sure they do this correctly. That tank
So he
still
pulled
not
it.
done. One nuke goes down against Diagonal. Diagonal not getting any love on this engagement.
Chris also has invested in this fight a ton in bunker upgrades. I think earlier I said he just had a little bit of either armor regen. He now has 7, 9, and then 4 for as far as adding units in there. So he's sunk a good 1,000 into his bunkers, which, given the situation, was 100% correct in my opinion.
Yep,
And
we
let's
got
not
Sports
forget-
very similar
It's
with
done.
6 armor, 2 regen.
Yeah, let's not forget, Sports threw on a lot of turrets, and he also upgraded turret longevity too. So that's a lot of minerals that he put down as well.
Versus tank is done. This is tough. I would almost pull the SCV off repairing the bunker and repair the tank because the bunkers have regen, the tank does not. But if you lose the bunker, you're in probably worse shape than if you lose the tank.
Well,
What's it gonna
EvilZergling getting a
cost?
second bunker, but look at the upgrades on EvilZergling. 2 marine bunkers, 5 and 6. He's not going to be able to help at all with sniping on this. So I think they got... If they continue it for much longer, Cyrus and Sports are going to just get out of control. I mean, they have a large lead right now, but I don't see them taking out really any bunkers without feeding them into oblivion here.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I mean, they're just running like water against rocks right now, and they can't keep on trying to fight bottom right.
There says 19 attack on his units. What is the next closest? 11?
And you guys are wondering why he's 9 and 19. If you ever find yourself in that position where you're doing 6v2, load up your bunkers, upgrade attack. That's what you can do. Now that he's in this position, he can start filling in the armor.
This has worked. Was just having a thought in the middle of this. This has actually worked so far to their favor. I think some of the time it might have been correct to dump from Sports over to Cyrus and have Cyrus get splash damage on the tank. But the way it's working out, it actually is probably better to have 2 separate tanks, neither with splash, both set up in defensive positions. I actually think I like that better than my earlier thought.
Yeah, and I think they're not at that point right now where they need the tanks for unit control. I think they're just trying to prevent the tank pushes from either corner right now.
It's interesting, nobody else on the map has tanks, and that might be the one best way to break them. Funny, which is funny because they've just been running to the bottom right and kind of throwing all their equity into them, and nobody else has been trading.
Now, 30 minutes into the game, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Is it looking better for one particular team, or we're still staying with bottom right?
Well, bottom right, when you get in these positions, it's tough in the pro lobbies because generally people do know how to break you, and given enough time and supply, you will be broken if the 6v2 continues forever. In a pub game, I would say they're generally in a better position because they're going to farm up, they're going to get maxed out, they're going to get SCVs, they already got the tanks, they can win it easily. I just don't know if the whole lobby does commit to a 6v2 on them. I don't know if they could hold even with their lead still.
Are you guys reading the chat? I love RCJH, man. Like, that is
what a good
hilarious.
guy. I love this guy. Do I? Like, bro, you got scouted. Come on, he knows. Drake, I basically agree. I think if everybody kind of bands together, as they, to be frank, kind of need to, everybody attacks at the same time, everybody waits till everybody has one tank exactly, and then you tank them from basically a outside radius, and as much as Cyrus has a tank, Sports has a tank, there's going to be an opening when you have more than one bunk to be able to kind of angle the tank around and kind of knock out a bunker there. But Cyrus's upgrades, I know I've said this a bunch, his upgrades are so far and away ahead of everybody else's. It's kind of now or never. If he gets much more health regen, his units aren't going to die. He's just going to run over everybody.
Yep.
You know,
definitely.
I love this. I love this player of sports. He throws like a premeditated turret down, knowing that they were going to be pushed very shortly. And since you already upgraded the longevity of the turrets, why not, right?
No, that's to cover your backside is always a good idea in this game. And this is a small thing for maybe, my assumption is people watching are going to get this, but if somebody ever sees this on YouTube or whatever, if you're new to the game, what Cyrus and Sports have been doing is filling their frontmost bunkers with units. They're not filling their backmost bunkers as those aren't under duress. So my play is people will put units in their back bunkers and have 4 or 5 units, 6, 10 units, whatever, doing nothing. I mean, they're not contributing to the game. They're not helping you move the game forward. You would only want units in bunkers that are under duress. There's something small that at this level is standard, but at a beginner level, maybe something you have to think about. You just want to put them in bunkers that are kind of under attack.
Looks like the true test is going to start coming. We got a tank top right with a forward shield tower. Looks like RCJH definitely wants to push on Cyrus. Meanwhile, Fred just completed his tank. It's more in defensive position, but I think we're going to start seeing the push on both sides here. This is going to be critical for Cyrus and Sports. They'll have to be able to hold this off. And if you've ever played a long game where you get tanked to oblivion in this situation, guys, watch this right here, because if there's anyone that can pull this off, it's going to be Cyrus and ILikeSports.
Every team has at least one tank.
Tank is in position. I think, look at the nuke
Oh,
goes down on Fred right now. He's
play,
going to lose
dude.
the tank right away.
Beautifully done by Sports.
Good job, dude.
Wow.
Looks like Diagonal is going to get this tank cancel, but that's a cancel. That's great. That is amazing. So Fred is now down a nuke. Cyrus still has his nuke, I believe. No,
Nope,
Cyrus
Cyrus
lost.
They're going to get 2 of these tanks.
Wow, what a hold. Are they going to get it? Will they get it?
Oh,
It looks like they're
Good job,
not going to
RCJH.
get the tank, the second tank, but they got the first one. That's crazy. And you know, I
Except for
missed it.
any
I didn't see
bunk.
Cyrus had nuked, but Cyrus does not have a nuke either.
Cyrus nuked a little bit earlier, but that Sports nuke not only saved his bunker, got him a tank, saved them that other tank, saved him that bunker, and damn near killed RCJH's tank. Like, you couldn't ask for more equity out of a nuke. That was just godlike.
And look at this, we got a tank here in the middle from ggman. I was saying earlier, man, they need to get this Marauder bunker up, but
To the party.
really, I kind of wonder if it's helping, if it helped them more, you know, to not have it.
Well, I'm worried for Sports. I think he might be overcommitting with this tank right here.
Yeah, and you got Cyrus there, I think, feeling the same thing.
It's gonna get cut.
Cyrus will not be able to come back and help him on this one.
It's gonna get cut. If it gets cut, he's in bad spot.
Yeah, definitely.
Here it comes.
And I'm not seeing Splash.
Oh,
Cyrus has
First
Splash,
has it.
Sports does not. Yeah, I don't think this is the right play for Sports. Tanks are terrible against units unless you have Splash.
For 4 teams all shooting at Sports right now, it's crazy. And here
look
comes another
at
tank
the
by Fred.
speed. He's getting in there. Oh my gosh,
okay.
the tank snipe coming from Fred. The tank does go down for Sports. Fred was in position
Did he
for the
pick it up
bunker,
right now?
but he might lose his tank with Cyrus coming up. Cyrus being forced to back up.
What can they do? I'm trying to think what bottom right can do to hold this, and I can't come up with much. Like, it's so difficult. RCH has a tank that's basically guaranteed to kill one of Cyrus's bunkers here. That puts him down to 2. We'll have a tank with Splash. That's not bad, but they're just in a very tough spot.
Track. Can you pull up the score screen real quickly? Look at the difference right now. It's insane. Cyrus is at almost 29,000. Kirto is only at 6,500. ILikeSports is at 2,400. I mean, ILikeSports doubles almost everybody right now.
Yep, and
about to lose
this
a
is
bunch,
one
too.
of those things where you're saying, oh man, they're getting triple teamed here. They were the winners. There is a lot to say about players' strategy on how they portray themselves on the scoreboard. You know, I've seen pro players back off because they're like, wow, I'm getting a little bit too far ahead here, or I'm showing that I have a little bit too much power. I think in a pub game, Cyrus and Sports were fine. But in a game like this, if they're, it's almost they can't go back. Cyrus is at 30,000 points now. They almost have to finish him.
CGI, you're exactly right too. ILikeSports losing that tank, I think that really cost him the game right now. Fred is just going to just keep on pushing, hitting his shield tower, making the next block up.
You walk right forward. Yep, exactly. You just walk right forward, you finish this game. The guy has 2 SCVs, way better upgrades, way better bunker upgrades. There's no reason not to. Everybody else has effectively an equal opportunity to win, assuming bottom right not in the game. What do? You kill bottom right and then you play the rest of the game out. I completely agree from that perspective. And Drac, going back to what you were saying, like management, but I'll say because I can't think of anything else, score management is something to consider. Yeah, if this was a pub game, Cyrus and Sports, the game's actually probably been over for 20 minutes and we're on to the next game. But in a game like this, it's a different story where you kind of have to manage the fact that if you get so far out ahead, you're going to get hit by everybody and you kind of need a plan. I actually think they played really well. It's just,
look
it's
at
a
this last Hail
6v2.
Mary.
It's really hard to hold.
Cyrus going for the tank
Look at this
snipe.
sumbitch.
Fred removing the tank. It's going to put Cyrus's tank here exposed to ggman cross position. It does buy Sports time. It buys him life. But look, if Cyrus's bunker goes down, that tank goes away too. He knows that. He's pulling it back. I think it's too late.
It's over.
Too late.
He's dead.
Too late.
Yo, from first to worst, it's the reverse RCJH? Or it is the RCJH. RCJH made this famous last week when he got swept out of the game, except this one we saw coming.
Well, look at Twitch chat. You know, Dark Shadow was saying repeat of last game incoming, meaning that ILikeSports and Cyrus will get 6v2'd and they're going to die. And exactly right now.
Turrets.
So who is in the position of power after this, though? I mean,
that's a great question.
I think top left. Look at Zeteo's upgrades. Look at his ups. I would like to see him maybe marking bunkers.
And then I was wrong about that. I was thinking that maybe top left had the most to lose by 6v2ing there in terms of them not being able to trade too well. But yeah, they're leaders on the scoreboard. ggman not far behind everyone else.
Yeah, Twitch chat, Silver Unicorn saying that she heard Cyrus say the same thing. Like, if you're gonna go fight one team, go outright and finish them. Don't even let them have any opportunity to come back and do it.
But yeah,
agree
Trigger's
with that
done
a
it
lot
enough.
of the times.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. This one, let's see. Sports is still sitting on a single SCV. I think it was
He has
more
at least
Cyrus
2.
that was. I think if they left Sports alive, it wouldn't be catastrophic. Sports is still pretty maimed good. So it just depends on if they needed Sports for anything. If you were Sports and they leave you alive, who do you attack right now?
3K in the bank, I would just, or 2K in the bank, I'd build a couple bunkers, then I'd probably attack RCJH would be right.
Yeah,
I mean, you take somebody in your lane.
I'm kind of thinking that too, because you know you're looking, okay, EvilZergling, maybe I can get some feed up on there. So if you're top right, you want Sports dead, but if you're bottom left, it's not as big as an issue, I think, for you. Oh, he does.
Zeto's
have
at
2
3
SCVs
bunkers.
now. 3 SCVs.
He's got 3. Yeah, he's got
Wow.
3. He needs to go. I completely agree with Silver in chat. Like you gotta go. If he stays alive, he's definitely a threat. Also, just side note, he can see the whole map. If Cyrus is calling it out, Cyrus in the game, just like we can as spectators, can see the entire map right now. So he should be audibly telling in Discord Sports what's going on. So if he sticks around, you're kind of asking for 4 SCVs.
And he called down another SCV in everyone's face. I'm always thinking that's never a good cause.
Agree.
But I don't know.
Force is holding on for dear life right now, and he's doing a great job.
His bunker might actually be able to sit and take shots indefinitely with no other damage. In fact, it can. And not dying because he has so many SCVs and such good upgrades.
Exactly. With 4 SCV, you heal faster than the tank is snipe it down.
And then one bad overcommit, he can actually turn around, throw turrets there, unload that bunker, and kill RCJH's tank. Just one bad overcommit, and I think that's what he's really looking for here. I don't know if he's going to get it, though.
What is the inflection point? I don't know what bunker upgrades he has, and I don't know the inflection point. It'd be cool to know. So a tank shot, I think, regularly does what 5,500 to a structure. I wonder what, like, exactly how many SCVs you would need, and then what armor and regen on the bunk you would need to basically mitigate tank shots with no other damage. That'd be something worth living up, I guess.
That's pretty interesting how you put it that way. Yeah, I mean, how much do you upgrade to?
I think full 2020 doesn't do it.
Come on, sports! You just gotta live a little bit longer until one person gets impatient.
Somebody will get bored. Oh, 100% someone's gonna get bored in turn. That's how this game works.
Look at EvilZergling building the backup tank right in their face. Like they're that tells me EvilZergling is not worried about anyone switching right now.
Given the way the map is laid out and ggman basically having control of middle, everybody has sensor towers, whatever. I think if I'm Zeteo, but this is just some of the time, I take my SCV and I try and plop my 4th bunker, incredibly, down right in the middle. And I do it some of the time. It kind of puts you in a good position of power. That kind of puts the heat onto you, especially if sports isn't dead. But it kind of moves the ball forward. Also, literally, I was going to say, Zeteo hasn't moved for a little bit. He might just be getting a drink. I don't even know.
2 tanks are now on this bunker. I really like how sports has these SCVs positioned in the backside. That way the tanks can't hit them.
Smash them, yep.
But let's bring your attention to this
These
time
turrets are
right now.
strong.
It's 51 minutes. If they just keep doing this and they're not farming, it's just going to become a draw.
Oh no. It looks like this might be it for sports. He's not able to heal it quick enough.
2 tanks is too much.
Yeah.
Sports, well played, brother. You watched this back, you played good, dude. That nuke was godlike.
Yes, that was an amazing
fantastic.
nuke.
It was really good. Cyrus played good too, man. You played good this game, dude. Just got it way too ahead, and it happens.
Yep.
You played too good. You played too good.
And now the politicking starts. Hey,
Here we
by
go.
the way, let's continue the 4v2, but bottom left now. Let's go bottom left, guys.
I guess at this point you say top right's ahead. EvilZergling not the farthest along, obviously, but RCJH in the next best position. Fred might actually have the strongest spot, given he has so many tanks in relative toward RCJH there. So this is a pretty even game at this point, it feels like.
It looks like top right's drawing the first blood, committing against top left here. Fred not completely convinced, which is odd. I would think that they would want to go against top right here. I mean top left.
Top left's just in the middle, which puts them just inherently in the worst spot. They have less room to grow, like they can't expand without running into another team almost regardless, and the other 2 teams can expand, in this instance, down and to the right. Just kind of puts them in a tough one, given the way the map played out.
In a stream chat there, we had someone calling out that sports had a nuke there at the end. I didn't see it. I know he used one earlier, so it might have been he was going for that Hail Mary nuke push and just didn't have enough time. It probably, if he did have it there at the end, I'd have to look at the replay. That's what sports was looking to do, probably. Was buy a nuke, do a nuke, counter snipe that tank, get some pressure off, and hopefully everyone would back off from him.
This is a similar spot to last week, and I'm going to say this again, and I'm sorry if I'm being a dead horse here. If somebody, particularly bottom left or top right, would take their SCV and simply throw it in the general vicinity of the bottom right area, they would pick up a free 200. And then if they would just put it on patrol or just have it moving around in that area, they'd probably pick up more than that. I really feel that leaving your SCV sitting doing nothing, especially this point in the game, is a misplay, and that it's kind of thrown away both visual like equity and then actual mineral equity in the game.
Oh,
Looks like Zeteo is in a lot of trouble here. He lost already one bunker.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going for 2. Second bunker down for top left.
They're in a bad spot.
They're in a very bad spot. I think they're going to wipe them off the map right now.
My realtor told me when I bought a house, she said there's only one thing you have to worry about, and it was location, location, location. And boys, top left They bought the wrong location. I think they're about to get wiped out. They just ran bad this game where bottom right gets murked, and then top left by way of proxy ends up being in a bad spot.
So it just makes you wonder, early, before Cyrus and them were at 30,000, and they were getting the 6v2, because that 6v2 started like when they were at 10,000 or something like that points, right?
Yeah.
If you're a top left, I was saying like they had the most to lose at that point because I didn't really see too much incentive for them to get in on it. And they made out fine during the 6v2, but right after that they became the target. Right after that.
RCJH lost a tank, and now he might be able to pull one of Fred's tanks if he continues to kind of move forward and target it down here.
Hey, Draconis, now to zing Cyrus a little bit, that people can talk in all chat. We'll zing him a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Pulled it.
I didn't even see that.
Somebody dead and said something?
Cyrus. Start trying to put some more salt in the wound, you know?
Oh man. It is tough when you're like the whole game, you know you've played really good and you got out way ahead against quality like opponents, and then it just kind of slowly winds down. You see the opportunity to win fade away. It's very frustrating, but
yeah, Cyrus and Sports
part of the game.
Two great games, and
they really did.
They just got big too fast and forced 6-on-2. And that's another reason why I don't partake in getting a tank so early, only because it kind of really forces everybody to really rotate on you.
What is ggman doing with this tank?
I have no idea. I'm watching it right now. I think that was a misclick. He didn't realize.
Is it
I
drunk?
thought it was tank pushing.
The tank is drunk, boys. Like it's just sliding through the Marines.
He's not feeling any pressure. He's like non-committal of what he wants to do. Now he's setting up the tank.
He's gonna set it up. Yep.
That's going in the highlights just for what in the world was that later on in Discord.
After if he wins the game, it'll be like no big deal. But if he loses the game, it'll be like, don't know what's going on.
Man, who was that? The Zeteo, was it Zeteo that had the like 5 or 6 tanks?
Yes,
early
and drunk
on,
drove
and they
all of them.
it?
Yeah, it was like a month ago. That was like one of the funnier things of the whole week. There were so many tanks. They all drunk drove right into like 2 armies. It was so funny.
The way that they're built is just interesting here.
Yeah, they're not controlled. Oh, you mean the map? Yeah, the tanks, like the way they control is so weird, especially getting around armor.
Yeah, but bottom left is basically Fred. Kirto can only take this bunker. He can't expand really after that without really exposing himself because Fred also has this Marauder.
10 in the bank. Yeah, they're mineral growth. The other teams have a little bit more in the bank, so he's kind of up against it for a short little bit of time.
That tank barely survives. 2,000 points left on the tank right there. And it looks like top left is reversing on RCJH. ggman letting them know, hey man, my ally's dead. I'm going where he's telling me to go right now.
As he should.
And that's a great play. If I was ggman, I would take out top right. I think fighting top left 1-on-2 is much easier. Look at Kirto's upgrades. Kirto can't even take a fight with them. And he needs to take out top right in order to have a shot.
Yep. I think one thing we got to do as community, I just saw the statement there, and it's hard to ever disconcern if it's just politicking or straight people, but it's the nature of the FFA. We need to have trust in all the players that they are doing what they think is right to win. Instead of, making the comments of like, hey, X and X is throwing or whatnot. It's one thing I think we still need to get a little bit better at. Most games are won because one other team overplayed or underplayed or made some kind of mistake. That's just how an FFA works.
I agree. It's effectively human nature to when things don't work your way, you want to expose, or you want to think outwardly that it potentially wasn't your doing, it was somebody else's doing that caused whatever negative thing happened. It's more often than not a combination of the external force and then an internal force, and you have to realize somebody else doesn't see it from your perspective. Quite literally, no team can see the whole map while they're playing, so it's one of those things where you just acknowledge that somebody else makes a different play, they see it a different way than you, and kind of move on to the next, in my opinion.
Yeah, one thing I've been taking away is like I don't get as easily influenced as before, and I've been trusting my play a lot more, and think at the end of the day, everybody has their own reason for politicking, but you just have to believe that your play is the correct one. Like I said, speak with your teammates. Make sure that you guys all both agree to it.
If your teammate is dead and can see the map, then you can like move with clairvoyance. If you're both alive, then just discuss the game and rely on your expertise. If you don't feel like those things are enough, then try and scout. Gain the information, trust but verify, right? So if somebody says something, you want to put some stock into it, and then if you can verify it, then you can agree 100%. Meantime, Fred has lost, I want to say 3 tanks in the middle of all this. He's kind of wiped his army a couple times trying to get EvilZergling's tanks on the other side of the map, and hasn't worked out for him. And it looks like the tide has turned to where he is getting tanked, buddy. You are getting tanked. And there are a whole bundle of them standing at your front door.
I like to look at silver linings. Fred has his tank position back. The thing that's hard for him is he's just expanded so far to the right, and without Kirto being there to reinforce.
If I'm ggman, I actually try and take out Kirto, and then immediately side switch. Although he's got 3 tanks working on a 4th. What are his upgrades? 18, 20, 19, 15, 11? What are they relative to RCJH? Is basically the same. What did EvilZergling ever get? Oh, this is an hour-long game. It's 5, 6, 8, 5, and 5. Congratulations for showing up. You get a participation trophy. But the tanks have really been the thing that he's invested in, of course.
You leaving Kirto alive. Kirto's gonna sit there on his single bunker, but man, 12,000. And now we got ggman again. Tank play in the middle. Just going from last game. He knows how to control.
This is a mirror. It's the inverse. Just if you put a mirror on the other side, you see it from the other side, right? So it's the exact same thing, except now instead of running into one tank, it looks like he's running into a wall of 4.
Another SCV calling down. That's gonna put ggman at, ggman at 2 SCVs. Almost said go get it there.
Yeah, I'd take 2 SCV. I'm working on 0 right now, so 2 is better than 0.
Oh no. I don't know. That's a bad push in from ggman there. He's gonna lose some tanks. 1 tank's down.
That's 1.
Watching the beginning.
2 tanks down. And this might have been it right here. So
that was it, boys.
I'm absolutely convinced ggman was playing to win here. I think one maybe item they weren't thinking about was just, hey, there's 2 players. Where bottom left was basically 1 player at the end there, after they took down Kirto to 1 bunker. So at that point they could have reversed onto RCJH and everyone.
This is actually one of the few instances in Pro League where someone was left alive on 1 bunk and they basically have no chance of winning. It feels like the times that Trigger's had this opportunity and he like just comes back, or other players have had the opportunity to come back. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but yeah, it ain't happening. Not this time.
Well, what do you guys think in the stream there? What should top left have done to maximize their chances? What would have been the best play? I'm curious to hear from everyone in the stream chat right now. GG is called, and that ends, or almost ends, game 2.
It's kind of
just rallied to the other side of the map and ran off.
I'm really glad RCJH pulled out a win here. It's good to see him pull out one.
I like RCJH, but yeah, I mean, about time, buddy, about time. He'll take it as a joke. I know he can take a joke. Good. Obviously, they played well. When you win, how can you say you played bad? He played good. He won. Good game.
Good game.
So, what was your guys' favorite part of that game right there?
The easy part is the sports nuke. That shit was dope. Other than that, the just acknowledging that EvilZergling had 5 attack an hour and a half into the game was kind of funny.
I really liked how Cyrus in sports was able to hold out a 6v2 for so long. And
did hold it for
forever. You guys watching the stream, that's not an easy thing to do. Usually when you get switched on 6 versus 2, you're dead really quickly. And for them to be able to hold that long, it really goes, above and beyond how good sports in Cyrus.
There's another go. No draws? I'm sorry. Did we have a winner the first game and a winner the second game? Is that allowed to happen?
Sir.
It
It's
is.
like this is crazy.
It's about time, right? It's about time.
I would say let's not. Please, no more draws. Like, don't let me jinx it. But
All right, and they are getting ready right now, queuing up for the next match.
GGI, are you checking in?
no, I think I'm gonna chill out and watch this one. I'm actually kind of thirsty. I'm actually gonna run downstairs before this game starts, and I'm just gonna make myself a drink.
Cool.
I did want to play, but maybe I'll get into the 4v4s after if we roll something like that. You're in New York? What part of New York, if you don't mind? Obviously, this is
New
public.
York.
New York City, New York?
Yeah. What about you?
Lives in New Jersey that works in the city.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I was actually born in New York, but I was born in Buffalo, New York. I'm a diehard Bills fan, so if you like American football at all, you're welcome, because my team has given you wins over the years. But yeah, very familiar with New York. I have family that works in the city. I had family that worked in the city that now lives in California, and then have a lot of family in Western New York.
That's insane. We're like completely opposite. I was born in Jersey, grew up in California, and then came back to New York for work. And I've been here for like maybe around like 9 years.
Oh man, you've been all over the place, man. New York all the way out to Cali, all the way back to New York, or Jersey all the way out to Cali.
But I moved to California when I was young, like 4 or 5 with the whole family. You know what I mean? It's been there for like
Yeah, I feel you.
20 something years, and then finally moved to New York for work, and been here ever since. Still not acclimated to the weather yet. Still hate it, and still waiting to go back to Cali.
I know, man. That's where I am. It's it gets down to like 30 and I'm dying. But then I have a couple of friends live in Canada and they're telling me a couple of them said it was -7. A couple others said it was -20 yesterday. I'm like,
wow.
One of them was like, I own one jacket. I was like, you own one jacket and it's -20? Like, what do you go buy a jacket? I'll throw you $100. Go buy yourself a damn jacket. Like, oh my god. In LA, it's probably like 50 and they're freezing their balls off. And it's like, come on, man. 50 is like, I could go get a tan outside. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, what they always say in East Coast, you get to enjoy all 4 seasons, right? But in California, 4 seasons, well, actually 3 seasons is all within one day. Like morning and night is freezing, but in the afternoon it's like all hot and toasty.
Oh man.
And we're just waiting right now, just as an update for the guys that are on our stream. Keep letting us know the comments. I see, yeah, obviously killing bottom left was not in ggman's best interest. I'm kind of curious, if you were ggman, what do you do? Do you still take Kirto's bunker and then switch to top right? Or like, what is the play there? Because I think we've all been in that situation where we're the guy that makes someone else lose and then loses right away afterwards just because we overcommitted or whatnot. If you are GG-man and you are going to win that game, what is the recipe to make sure that you can get to victory, or maximize your chances for victory?
Well, I think it goes back to what I was saying too. Like, I think Zeteo should have told ggman to go versus top right, only because EvilZergling has 4 tanks, and bottom left, Kirto, his ups is pretty low. I mean, same thing as I guess EvilZergling, but still, I think they're just the better player up top right with more bunkers. More tanks.
I wonder if Zeteo was there, because you said that. I was actually thinking, like, and I'm gonna not act like I came up with this. Dark Shadow said ggman team probably gave him bad information. That was my thought. I was like, man, maybe he was like being told erroneous information. But the more I think about it, Zeto's pretty a matter of fact. I think he's even typed in chat that he's like, I don't even lie. He's like the Abraham Lincoln. He's like, I don't lie. From straight, right? He would have shot him straight. So it's like, it's interesting that maybe Zeteo wasn't there, or he maybe misread the situation. But you would expect Zeteo to give good information in general.
Silver Unicorn, she just said on Twitch right now that if she was ggman, she would be a little bit more patient and not just move those 3 tanks right into the middle. I think 3 versus 4 tank, come on, it's a numbers game at that point too, right? So she has some correct thoughts on that.
Yeah, but one thing I would say is the damage was done. So they killed bottom left. Bottom left can't save. So if you stay in a defensive position there, it's just a matter of time before RCJH rolls over you. So I think that was his only move, is try to get mid control. But RCJH having all that splash, and then when ggman just wiped his supply either to a misclick or whatnot because he wasn't really pushing, he couldn't get back in after that.
Well, I actually really like GGI. He said a very good point. GG Man should have killed Kirto really quickly before
Back out.
Red fell, and then back
Yep.
out and completely switch real quickly. I think that would probably have been his best bet to try to pull a win on that one.
It seemed like that. Well, we have complete information, and as much as his teammate can see it, it's still hard to both actively carry out what your brain is telling you as you're playing, listen to what a teammate is telling you, and then also go do it without being able to see it through the fog of war, obviously. So it's a different story being able to sit on the sidelines and talk about it than actually play it. But it did seem correct to be able to kill off Orange, loop back out, and maybe try and snipe a bunk or a tank from top right, and then kind of move forward that way. But then it leaves you in a weird spot where you leave the third team open because the top right comes back, and it kind of almost lends itself to a draw. So potentially he was thinking about draws when he did as well.
Yeah, and I think EvilZergling, he set up his tank's position a little bit more better, whereas GG Man, his tank was kind of split up, and then of course, he pushed two of them a little bit too deep, and it got picked off when he lost his whole army, and maybe he could have set it up a little bit better.
Lessons
That's
learned.
interesting.
I know I've been there, and I always feel it's a tough spot. You really got to learn how to read the map, and you will never ever do it perfectly every time. So I say GG to GG Man and Zeteo. They were
Let's
absolutely
run to
playing
that.
to take that game.
Agreed. And Zeteo, this game, I want you to have 4 bunks, okay, buddy? 4 bunks.
Take the under. I'll take the
take
under.
the under.
It's never happening. I think for the meme, he won't even do it. I think if he had 3K and 3 SCVs and the whole map was empty, he'd just be like, no, I'll sit on 3 bunks. I'll
Hey,
just go supply.
sorry to interrupt. Hey, GoGetIt or
What's up, buddy?
Draconis. Actually, I guess Draconis is streaming. We kind of like really looking for a 8th player. We need one more. Like,
Oh wow, you guys! I thought you guys had a whole lobby ready.
yeah, but like I guess a couple of the people in the lounge over there, they're
All right, GG, I will be rooting for you, buddy.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I'm going to need it, believe me.
So for those of us just joining GGI, GoGetIt's going to be joining in on this next one, become our 8th player here. Hey, someone was mentioning earlier about the intro videos. We had a nice intro video that was made from Adam. We played it at the very beginning of the stream. Want to go ahead to just take this opportunity, since we're waiting for this last match, to go and go ahead and play this intro video again in case you guys missed it at the beginning. Cool stuff like this. Like if you want to put your stamp on anything that we're doing, or see your content live stream to our viewers and then post it to our YouTube channels, let me know, let Adam know, let Cyrus know, reach out to us. This community, again, is made up about all the different individuals making contributions, and really that building this community out. So without further ado, here's the video. All right. So if you missed it the first time, there it was right there. Those of us just joining us in, my name's Draconis, and join with me is Peter Griffin. Looks like we got the teams going. They're getting ready to start up the games right now. And let's see what we got here. All right, transitioning over. First team, we have GG Man and Zeteo. We have Time Traveler in sports, GoGetIt and CyrusDaVirus, and then Sofa and RockChalk. So Sofa's first game of the night here. Let's see, who else? We got GoGetIt with his first game of the night. Of those teams, what do you think? Who's the strong one?
We got root for our boy GoGetIt, right? He was casting with us.
I feel like we're almost entitled to at this point, right? So
exactly.
Calling off spawn positions, top left, we have RCJH and Sofa. I always have to say just Sofa. I mess it up whenever I try to say it fast and probably enunciate the part I should not. But top right, we got Zeteo and ggman. Bottom right, we have Fred and ILikeSports. And then bottom left, GoGetIt and CyrusDaVirus. So Cyrus will be watching this stream, but I have to put it, the curse of Cyrus is strong right now. I'd say that's the GoGetIt's only problem that he has going, because both games, Cyrus playing amazingly well, and both games just ending in a travesty. The first one with just an unfortunate push, and the second one there that we all saw with that 6v2. Guys in the stream, I'm curious to see what your predictions are. Type in who you think is going to win. Who's your favorite person to lane against? Who's the one that you just, when you see him join that lobby, you're like, oh man, this is going to be a rough game.
you know what would have been really interesting? Zeteo and ggman 1-1. RCJH and unfortunately EvilZergling didn't join this one, but now he has Sofa. If RCJH and EvilZergling get on top left and Zeteo and ggman on top right, you know, they both each won one game today. It would have been really interesting to see who would pull it off, you know?
And we got Zeteo laning here against Sofa. That's a real interesting lane right there. Very strong players, both of them, in terms of laning ability. Right now, only 100 minerals apart. ggman, first place right now with 400 minerals, and he's going up against Fred. RCJH caught a little bit out of position there. Cyrus putting the hurt, got some SCV snipes and took down his army.
Yeah, that's a very great move by Cyrus. He's a very, very good player, like early on too, especially. I mean, he's a good player overall, but just early in the game, like holy moly, his micro and his train of thought is really by far like, you know, like season 1. Like I can't even mimic that. So the Twitch chat, Octagon, he's predicting GoGetIt and Cyrus winning. I feel you right there, man. I feel you on that one.
We're rooting for it. We're rooting for it. I guess we shouldn't have favorites. We do. If your parents say they don't have favorites, they're lying.
They are, and you know we're all human beings, and we like to see some good vibes going GoGetIt's way, you know. Hey, but going back, Cyrus and Sports, they played 2 great games today, right? Amazing games, actually.
Yeah, real amazing games. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to really take this third. Is just, you know, that's the nature of FFA, and that's why, you know, emotions can run high in this game compared to other, you know, melees, 1v1s, because, you know, there's a lot of good plays you can do, but you get in that 6v2 situation right there, and somebody does not make a mistake. That was their chance. They had to wait for someone to make a mistake. And just a lobby full of pro players. Those are few and far between. Look at Fred's upgrades here. 3-4 versus 2v2. He's pushing up in to go ggman, but he wasn't able to maximize on it. Losing some units on his way back down. And meanwhile, look at these flanking maneuvers from Cyrus. I mean, he keeps getting the flanking maneuvers from Cyrus. Sofa just nukes Zeteo there. That's going to free up if he does need to drop down. But, man, Cyrus getting quite a bit of feed there. Now leading with 1,000 points. RCJH 960. Actually, not as much of a gap as I would have thought there without looking at the score.
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought RCJH was just getting flanked left and right, and surprisingly, he's still, you know, very close in score with Cyrus.
Cyrus got to be careful here. Here comes Sofa looking for the pinch.
Ooh, let me take this out too. Look at Sofa. He went with the early combat shield. Very, very interesting.
We're going to see a nuke come here. Sofa is way out there. Cyrus has his SCV right here. Here comes the nuke. It's down. And poor Sofa now has to contend with Zeteo up here, which is pretty darn high in supply with 40 supply right now. And going in right now to put some pain onto a freshly nuked Sofa.
And look at Zeteo. He went all out on ups. 7 speed.
Man. RCJH just had to waste his nuke there on Zeteo. And Cyrus is fairly good on supply himself. His bunker halfway done. So his bunker will not finish before RCJH. If he's able to get his SCV sniped, that'll be big. Meanwhile, Zeteo forced to help out ggman with his bunker, so that is going to probably allow RCJH to get his up uncontested there. I'm always scared when you bunker at the same time. I don't know if GoGetIt wanted to throw it out a bunker that soon or really make sure Cyrus got his. Looks like it will go unpunished though. Cyrus's bunker completes. GoGetIt almost 50% of the way done. He will get a bunker up on ILikeSports, which has chosen to go Merc Marines 3 and 4 attack. I have a feeling like Fred is rubbing off on sports here. I mean, is it smart for both to go Merc Warpig?
That's very interesting. I don't know how I feel about that in all honesty. But now that GoGetIt does have Reaper, merking that Marine bunk is not a bad play. He could actually take the fight easily.
Look at how he curves down here on GoGetIt. He cuts off the reinforcements from that back bunker. It's not filled. He's gonna get a lot of feed here. And oh no! GoGetIt did the whole D trick where you try to up your capacity and unload your whole bunker into your enemy's face.
Oh, that's a good cutoff by Cyrus though. Great play, great teamwork right there.
Yeah, amazing cutoff right there. That was that's the value of having a good teammate on your team. If you do get in a jam, they can reset you very quickly like that.
RCJH almost got pinned. Luckily Fred moved away.
He's still a little bit pinched right here. GoGetIt just trying to engage both those war pigs. Yeah, individual nuts, pretty tasty. Together, that was a firing squad.
Now, what do you do if you're GoGetIt and you're laying Merc Marines?
I think he's doing it right. He's getting some very balanced upgrades right now. Getting a Merc Reaper would help. But I think he's put everything just into upgrades right now. He needs to mass. He really needs to mass, and then just be very careful with that engagement. I think the only issue was he engaged both Fred in sports right there.
I like how he put 6 into his health regen. Only when he's taking a fight against Merc Marines is just okay. I just hope to see him put some more in his range right now. He needs a lot of range to fight those Merc Marines as well too. So I think if I was him, I will upgrade range and then my damage like full up.
Man, Sofa really wanted to keep the pressure on Zeteo here, but Cyrus stopped him from doing that. He's coming in. He wants to deny this bunker. He gets the SCV snipe, but they have a nuke in top right. ggman has it in position. They got to be very, very careful. RCJH and them are bundled. Nuke goes down.
I feel like that nuke could have been better.
I did think it could have been better as well. Because it looks like they're in position. I think ggman needed to stay there, knowing that the nuke didn't get everyone and that they're going to continue the pressure. Meanwhile, ILikeSports gets his bunker up. GoGetIt had invested a turret into it. They're pushing hard. Another turret comes down from Cyrus. They want to take this bunker out.
Nuke coming from Fred. I like it. Fred, great play, Fred. If you're watching this later, thank you for nuking and helping Sports save it.
That was a great nuke. They got the turret. They saved the bunker. That cost bottom left at least 500 there.
Yeah, totally worth it. Totally worth it. And then you save ILikeSports bunker. That's a huge right there. And I'm kind of caught in the middle too. You know, I think I really want GoGetIt to win, but I also want Sports to win. You know, he's played 2 great games, and he's a great player, and it's very tough right now. I'm having dilemmas, Crack.
Well, you gotta balance it. It's not just GoGetIt. Cyrus, which had some great games.
Yes.
You know,
no, definitely,
it
definitely.
Never got. He couldn't take him home there. Yeah, so that's 2 people that we should root for.
Yeah. Being a caster is just never fair, right, Crack?
I'm sorry, what?
I said being a caster is just never fair.
Hey, but you do learn a lot of the game, a lot of the mechanics, right? Like they were saying, hey, we're able to predict a lot more stuff that happens now because we know what's going to go. We're going to be amazing late game players that cannot micro game. We're going to be like, oh, well, yeah, we totally need to do this. Okay, let's do it. No, I can't do that. That's beyond me. That's my skills don't allow me for that.
Wow, GoGetIt, he's just getting shredded right now by Sports. He has only 3 on range, and it's not cutting it right now.
Yeah, now with that other Marine bunker there, it kind of does close up his window of what's going on. I mean, look, he doesn't have a huge deficit. He's got probably, you can say, 1,000 minerals that are invested there currently. So he's still not out of the game, but I'm in agreement with you. It's just Sports has those combat shields, and just even with the Reapers GoGetIt, it's not able to trade. I think he needs to look at merging soon.
Yeah, and especially I think GoGetIt, maybe he should group up massive a little bit, and maybe go fight someone else a little bit to farm, and not just keep running into red. Hey Drac, you know, look at this right here. You know how GoGetIt really. Let's see if he catches it.
We're calling you out. 1750. He saw it.
He got it.
And for those not understanding the inside joke, GoGetIt is very, very critical about players that do not pick up minerals in timely manners, either by not scouting or just failing to even read their mini-map and being right there. There's another one that just spawns for him. It looks like GoGetIt turned on his mineral hacks. Is Cyrus going to take it? Cyrus is going to take it! Thievery!
You know, it's very hilarious. Right now, the fight's been transitioning into 2-on-2. And let's see how long it lasts for.
Sports is definitely feeling a lot of pain with this bunker, but at the same time, he's getting a lot of feed from it too.
Also, for those of you guys watching on stream right now, usually for myself, if I'm getting pressured a lot, I like to upgrade my capacity maybe 2 or 3 times. That's 25 minerals, 50 minerals, 75 minerals. And the beauty of that is that you get to fight a little bit better when they're pushing into you, and when they're not, you literally save 3 more supplies for such a low investment.
Look at this double push from bottom right here, trying to deny GoGetIt the bunker. Cyrus comes in with a great cut, able to save it. Not going to be able to counter push here, so they got to be very careful about overextending. I kind of feel like GoGetIt overextended into there a little bit more. The range deficit is getting larger now with GoGetIt. He's bumped to 4, but Sports is now at 7. Say anything with a deficit of 3 or 4, your opponent has a much bigger problem. Good call out paint there.
Yeah, Cyrus, not bad.
Both diagonals getting it too, and no one's called either of them. Like they see it, top right is on it, but they haven't called it out.
I feel that when the fight goes 2-on-2, it's much easier to get that up. Instead of like, you know, 1-on-1 and people are just roaming around sometimes, you know. So I think when there's engagement going on with 2-on-2, so much easier.
Fred's got some nice even upgrades there. 10, 10, 9, 7, and 8. Going against ggman. 7, 9, 9, 6, 7. Meanwhile, I really do like GoGetIt's upgrades too, but he's trading off that Merc for it. I actually do think he needs the Merc. Sports has that stim pack now, and he's just trading very, very well with GoGetIt despite the better upgrades.
Yeah, I just think that GoGetIt's range is hindering him a little bit. If he puts him another 3 or 4 points into it, I think he could fight a lot better.
All right, 22 minutes into the game. No crazy losses had by any one particular player. Look at this snipe attempt from Sofa. Actually, I think it's more of a scout. He doesn't know what he wants to do here. I don't think he was planning to be able to get that far deep into it. Yeah, he's just looking for a fight. Now he's coming back. He's going to pull the flank on Cyrus. Doesn't get the complete surround on it. Cyrus comes back a little bit unscathed.
I think Sofa's going. He did. He was trying to help out RCJH and.
Yeah. And that was just a little bit of. I shouldn't say bad luck. They got a pretty good sensor tower. They probably saw Sofa cutting towards middle there, and went, okay, he's flanking. Let's go.
So, Track, after 25 minutes, what are your thoughts on this? Who do you think has the upper hand right now?
Cyrus is still leader, but GoGetIt's not that far behind. I was thinking he was more behind than that. And actually, I'm going to say bottom left is in a good position, especially right now. If Sofa falls here, they're not even going to be the middle position. They're not going to be the middle player.
You know, ILikeSports calling GG, you know, maybe asking for some help, but not knowing that top left is getting pressured by a lot too.
Yeah, that was definitely a politicking GG. ILikeSports is, well, they lost anything.
Oh, they gotta be careful right here.
I'll tell you, they're definitely committed to ending sports, that's for sure. He might actually go down here. He does lose a bunker here.
Ouch. That's a Marine bunk too.
Sofa trying to get the second bunker up. Looks like ggman and Zeteo are not going to have to let that happen. Meanwhile, we got Cyrus to the south pressuring RCJH. They might actually lose both bunkers.
Great move.
Sofa
you know,
is gone. Sofa is eliminated from the game. RCJH is going to lose a bunker as well. And they're probably going to continue. I think we're going to see top left just completely fall here.
Great move. If I was Cyrus, then I would probably kill RCJH right now. No turning back.
I think Cyrus has it in his plan. Zeteo's not sure if he should let it happen or not. I think actually ggman picked up that snipe kill. GoGetIt doing a good job just holding. And look at this kind of an early late game play there from Cyrus. I'm kind of curious to see what he plans to do with that.
Oh, if he's getting that, he needs to take out RCJH.
Yep. It almost feels like I think ggman just wants to kill. He's not trying to save top left at all. He just wants to deny Cyrus
Smart
the
play.
feed.
I like that.
Cyrus
too.
going in for the snipe. Cyrus gets it.
Oh, he
Cyrus
got it. He got it. He
kill.
got it. Nice job, Cyrus.
All right. Now, let's see what happens. Cyrus is in first place, 17,000 points, but ggman's not too far behind. It's going to be harder for them to 4v2 him. Cyrus is ready for it. I think that's ultimately why he was building this tank, but they're at a little bit of an advantage right now. They got the first tank only tank, I think, on the field. Nope, I'm sorry. ILikeSports does have one. So that will be where they'll need to position their tank in the beginning. As soon as they get called out. GoGetIt has to spot it. They spot it. The tank's pushed. It's a little aggressive push.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sports' tank got a first shot off.
Yep. Cyrus saw it. Put the tank back. It's a little unfortunate that they let Sports get in position where he can hit both these bunkers right now. Because unless they take away vision or top holds off, they can't reposition their tank. And GoGetIt can lose both these bunkers now. It was actually a really amazing move that Cyrus was doing, and he even chose the right side to put in. It was just literally 5 seconds too late.
Yeah.
It's early in the game. Cyrus is at 20k. You take down all this stuff. Who do you go for next? I mean, I think top right has to be very careful. Oh no, they got ggman. It's a little bit balanced.
Yeah, I think it's fine right now. Now that he positioned that tank right there to kind of protect GoGetIt, all he needs to do is protect his flank now. Oh man, but now
he's gonna lose the rodder for sure.
Ooh.
And his tank is very exposed. Here, that's the only thing. So yeah, GoGetIt. Be very careful. Protect the tank. They're going in for the tank snipe, it looks like. First hit's on. They didn't call it out. 2 hits on Cyrus' tank. 3
no.
hits.
Come on, Cyrus. Pull this one out,
They're
baby.
Committed now. They're trying to pull off the tank. The tank's still not focused firing ILikeSports tank, though. Why is it not focused firing ILikeSports?
Wow. No. Wow. They got it. Oh, no. Oh, because top right.
Did it, but hey, I think it was the right move. I don't know if you want to kill bottom left at this point. It's not. We're only 30 minutes into the game. Sure, Cyrus has a large lead, but it's not like he has multiple SCVs or anything like that. They just did a lot of damage to that team. And now they cause bottom right to lose the tank. So.
Now I think top right kind of made bottom right a little bit mad. I don't see them trying to help finish Cyrus or GoGetIt. Especially now that GoGetIt is only on 1 bunk too.
So we got Otacon in the chat. He's saying it was a mistake for top right to hit bottom right there. I'm assuming Otacon is of the impression you kill bottom left, you finish bottom left. If what do you guys think? What's the best play here? Does bottom left, do they just need to die at this point? Did Cyrus put himself into that position of strength too much again?
I think so. I believe so, and I'm not sure if chat will agree with me, but you know, we'll see. Hey Jack, can you put up the
tank is exposed here.
It should be okay. Hey Jack, can you put up the score screen for the chat, please?
Yep.
Thank
we
you.
are up. So we got CyrusDaVirus first place, 25,000 points. Second place, ggman, and then GoGetIt at 12,000 points. So close for this bunker.
Huge speed for Cyrus now. Huge speed. I hope that he. Oh wow! Look at his bunker upgrade. 9, 12, 4.
So the tank does go down on Cyrus as a result there. He was able to save the bunker, but the tank does go down.
Now, what do you think was more important, saving that tank or that bunker? I think the bunker was more, right?
Not entirely sure, because I think Sports building, yeah, they got another tank coming bottom right, which you got to assume it's a little bit later than I thought it would be. So
Jack, let me ask you, did that tank have splash damage or no?
I don't think it did. I do not think it did. I think the tank mainly existed for anti-tank pushing. Got some track going on. It's, if not the left does, it's good game. If not bottom left, it's good game. They're so lucky bottom right is still attacking bottom left right now. So it kind of sounds like the chat is thinking the switch needs to happen right now. If I'm wrong, clarify for me in the stream, please. But right now it looks like our viewers are saying that the switch needs to happen.
But, you know, the switch has to come from bottom right, not ggman or Zeteo. I think they need to keep the pressure on Cyrus, because if top right switches on bottom right, they're going to be encountering a 4-on-2 very shortly.
All right, GoGetIt in trouble with this newly minted bunker here. It's going to go down. Cyrus able to get there a little bit too late when top right backed off. Here goes the preemptive politicking GG. I don't even know if it's so much politicking. GoGetIt for, what, second time now is down to 1 bunker.
Not bad, though. That GG really stopped Zeteo and... Oh, never mind. They were just waiting for that tank to come.
Yeah.
I thought that stopped them from pushing a little bit.
And again, Cyrus sees it coming. That tank is just like 5 seconds too late. He needs to push it up and get it into position where he can at least save this other Marine bunker. This Reaper is dead, but he's got to be able to salvage this Marine or it will be all over for them.
There you go.
And right now, top right, bottom right, they hear the tank. They might want their revenge. Top right was able to get them to lose the tank. Cyrus gets the first hit off on ggman. ggman unseating quickly to run it away. Cyrus following up with this Marines.
No, so close, Cyrus.
Dang, that thing had only 2,000 hit points left.
Oh,
look at this. Purple's right here too. They don't know where the tank is, but they can intercept the tank. Fred is looking for it. Fred is looking for it.
Oh my God, it's so
close. Oh.
Wow.
Oh man.
That was hilarious.
The tank playing hide and go seek right there pays off. It returns to base. 5,700 hit points.
Smart play by ggman though. Most people, I mean me included, I would try and pull into my base and that would have been picked off right then and there.
Fred was looking. You could tell. He was looking for it. He just did not know where it was and probably assumed it already got safely back to base.
You know, it's actually looking really good for bottom right again. Their ups are pretty good. They have more bunkers, Merc bunkers than anybody else.
This is a pretty aggressive play from ggman here. He really wants that Marauder bunker gone, but look at this. Look at that.
I'm hurting for sports, man. Every time he gets that bunker up, it just keeps going down again.
This tank is the little tank that could. Look, it is back down to 6,000 points. Meanwhile, Fred's going to lose a bunker. Looks like Sports will lose yet another bunker. This might be it for top right. It's definitely the end of Sports that we're seeing here.
Zeteo even got, is that 4 bunkers? Oh my God, that's 5 bunkers. Zeteo, you did me proud, buddy. You did me proud.
And they're taking mid as quick as they can. 1 bunker up, another building. ggman with the tank in the middle. Right now we got Fred going up the flank. I don't know. Maybe not going up the flank. So they did take out Fred's tank. Probably it looked like a really good idea at the time, but that might limit Fred from being able what he can do here. I don't know. ggman knows he doesn't want to pull back. They don't know where Cyrus is. They can't see him, and that makes them scared.
Oh, we got a little bit of lag.
Got a little bit of lag there. They forced the tank out in the middle, and but still not enough to be able to draw back. Cyrus investing in some bunkers. He's got a tank up of his own. I'm always a little scared when I see people build up that far up like that, though.
Well, it's hard for him to go with the rod bunk, right? Because knowing that there's a tank sitting in the middle who has complete vision of it. So his only option is to keep going Marine. Man, that ggman's tank needs to be awarded like a medal. It's been in so many battles, survived for so long.
72 kills. It has splash now, but it did not have splash earlier. That tank has paid for itself quite a bit.
And then Fred just lost. Fred just sniped down ggman's Reaper bunk right there. Good play by Fred.
I did miss that one. I think it's kind of on Fred to do some damage here. They're not making too much way in the middle.
Yeah, ggman cannot take on GoGetIt and Cyrus at the same time. So he's just being harassed right now by Fred. So it's kind of forcing Zeteo to not be able to support middle a little bit.
Just some more things. We got top right needs to start, maybe expanding. They're saying, yeah, they had a lot of the power. It's kind of fallen away, but now bottom right's expanded. And bottom right being called out on our stream chat is equally strong. I think some people root for Fred.
Yeah, Twitch chat, Octagon and Silver has been saying that they should have taken out Fred, which I completely agree with. And look, it's Zone Control 4, it's BHF. Hey, BHF, what's going on, man?
And bunker does go down from GG with the tank push here with Cyrus going in on the second bunker. Fred rushing in to try to get the kill. I didn't see who got the kill. Fred's holding on to a lot of minerals though, so same as Cyrus, so a little bit hard to tell. I'm thinking Fred actually stole it though. That's what it looks like. We're gonna see a switch happen really, really soon. Yep. And they're calling it out. Cyrus and GoGetIt have to make something happen in the next 10 seconds before Fred is maxed. Fred hits his max. He's got his tank. I don't know. He's holding short.
It's looking really, really good for Cyrus and GoGetIt. Cyrus could take 2-on-1 right now easily, and all GoGetIt needs to do is just defend against Fred.
And judging by that engagement, he's going to be able to hold Fred quite well. The only thing is this tank.
Yeah.
The only thing is this tank, but Cyrus has one. He's using it right now. Any others on the field? No. Okay, no others on the field. But look at how exposed it is. GoGetIt. You just need to do a little bit of scouting.
Great save on a tank by Cyrus too.
GoGetIt finds the tank.
Oh,
he
found it.
He found it. It does get the cancel, but that is going to free up Cyrus to do a lot of work here.
Great play by Cyrus. Now it's switching back. I like it. Gotta finish off Fred real quickly.
It's just with all that Marine build, they can't take down these bunkers. Fred is gonna be
oh no,
that thorn in their side. The tank goes down meanwhile.
Ouch, it was safe too. It was safe, but Cyrus just kind of forgot about it.
Yep. Oh, that was
It's fine. It's fine. I think GoGetIt right now
Cyrus needed to just stay on top right there. I don't know. I'm curious to think on the chat. Two options I see: stay on top right, let GoGetIt hold, or switch like they did, but bring the tank to reinforce to snipe down those bunkers. What would you have done if you were in Cyrus's position there? Look at it. It's like a pseudo base trade going on. We got Fred over here sniping out supply. We got GoGetIt doing nothing to Fred's bunker. Fred's bunker's at 11 and 5. These Marines are just not doing anything. I think GoGetIt needs to realize that. Come back, because Cyrus is losing bunkers right now.
Oh, losing that tank for Cyrus really hurt him pretty badly. His defense won't be able to hold up against that ggman's tank. Nice pickoff by GoGetIt on middle.
Oh man, how the tides turn. Like you were saying, I was thinking Cyrus had it in the bag, and losing that tank definitely sets him behind. GoGetIt is doing not bad. GoGetIt can hold. So if Cyrus can get in that power position again of being able to 2v1 top, they'll take it and win it. The upgrades are slowly closing in. ggman is just behind Cyrus on that. No other tank coming from bottom left. This is not looking good for them with ggman with that tank and those heavy upgrades.
If ggman right now switches to top right, top left and if he got that tank, I think that'll be huge. Oh, Cyrus is trying to go for it.
I don't think he's gonna get it. I mean, it's the only thing that sucks. He didn't go Marauder because again, yeah, they had the tanks in the middle of that play, but with an all-marine build, you just can't kill anything except other units, especially tanks and bunkers.
Yeah, the good thing is that Cyrus was able to save that bunker, so that was huge. Now let's see if he could get up his tank before they push again, which I highly doubt it because it's coming back right now.
No, I think Cyrus is going to be pushed down to this level. I think he's got to just mentally prepare himself. He's going to get sent back in time a little bit here. Comes to GG from Cyrus, politicking GG.
Let's see if he can save those 2 supply depots. It's going to be huge if he can save it. That's upgraded. It's extra 20. It's extra 20 supplies. Oh no, the tank.
And for those joining us on their stream, we've invented our own language in zone control. If you say GG, you might be thinking good game. When we say GG, what we really mean is, hey, dear good sir, in bottom right, you may want to switch now. It's just so much easier to type GG instead of say that. We got Trigger in the stream saying he's thinking it's going to be too late now for bottom left, that their window of opportunity fell. And I kind of unfortunately agree because I'm rooting for these guys. I think the turn there is when Cyrus reversed to Fred. They did not get a bunker. He lost the tank. He lost whatever momentum and position he had on top right as well, and it made Fred really mad.
and it's so insane, right? Like towards like the late stages of the game, how one unit is so important. Like when Cyrus lost that one tank, it really changed the whole dynamic of this now.
Looks like his other tank could go down. He calls down an SDV to help repair it. Great unit control from Cyrus there, keeping his units right at the tank level.
So Drag, so now that you're ggman Zeteo, what do you do?
ggman and Zeteo. I think they're not in a bad spot. I think they do want to end Cyrus because they're feeling probably more confident that they can go against Fred, being 2 players on the team. The only thing they have to be careful of is, Fred does de facto have map vision right now. So I would say continue pushing bottom left, but don't put yourself in any kind of huge compromising decision because Fred will turn in an instant and capitalize on it. So like right now with this tank play is very scary. If Fred wants them to lose that tank, he can do it in a heartbeat. He just needs to shoot straight up and Cyrus will take that tank.
I really like these 4 turret plays by Cyrus. It kind of cuts off a little bit. Now it's a little pushback, but still, but I like his thought process. That one.
It looks like Ricochet agrees with the assessment. If he was top right, their game plan is to end bottom left at this point. That way they're focusing on one player instead of 2.
Oh no, Cyrus' tank is being focused on.
It's gonna go down too. Oh no!
Ouch.
This might be it. Tank's moving into position. He's gonna lose his next bunker. He's calling for the switch. We all know ILikeSports is telling him what to do. Cyrus now at 1 bunker. Fred holding fast. What are you gonna do, Fred? Not entirely sure. It looks like he is gonna switch. He's going up into the middle now. But he's not, he's just trying to relieve pressure. He's not actually going for any snipes or anything of that nature. He waited for Cyrus to end. And now I think, I shouldn't say anything because he's over here. He's looking for the tanks.
But let's not count out GoGetIt too. He is actually pretty big. 3 Marine Merc bunks with 2 full supplies. All he needs to do, and he's gonna get the feed from Cyrus too.
What do you guys think in the stream chat? Obviously, Fred wanted to wait until Cyrus died. That's why he was holding fast there. So now he's got bottom left as 1 player and top right as 2 players. Was that the right call? Because now it's going to be 2v2. Was it the right call to have Cyrus die like that? Curious to see your thoughts.
Oh, and to took out a tank right in the middle too. I think it's a correct play. Now Fred and GoGetIt just need to work together, fight 2-on-2.
It looks like ggman is going to get this mid bunker though, and with the tank there, we see the ping from Sports saying, hey, start flanking them. The good thing is GoGetIt Sports, is against Zeteo, and their scores are much more in line with each other. ggman and Fred are battling it, so it is a balance of scores. And wow, GoGetIt just lost his tank. I just saw the last second of that. It looked like he was doing a very aggressive push against Fred's Marauder bunker there.
Fred will just need to be able to hold right now, and if he does, them 2 are looking very, very good to set this up as a 1 versus 1. Okay, so I like how GoGetIt got the 4th one right, this one, but I think he should have gone. His 5th one should have been the rods.
Yeah, I think
unless he was just worried that the tank middle, but then Cyrus should have full map vision. So I told him, hey, don't worry about it. There's no tanks up right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, ggman is building another tank. You're right, he does have vision, so he would know that they lost that other tank. I don't know. It seems to be a Marine play day. I like this play from Zeteo with the 2 units there. He knows now that the snipe's coming. He's able to protect the supply. I see a lot of people don't do that. They just rely on their sensor turret. Just send 1 unit off into some far big corner, like over here, and that way you can see any snipes coming.
Right, like GoGetIt said last week. 35 for SCV to kill it. It's only 35 minerals. I mean, in the beginning, it's a huge amount, but at this stage, use it as a scouting one. Who cares if they kill it? It's 35 minerals. So leaving one SCV on this side right here or somewhere where you don't have vision, I think is absolutely the right move.
Fred pushing really, really hard against ggman's rotor bunker there.
Wow. And he called out on the second SCV to repair it. Nice.
Yeah, it looks like ggman and Fred are the only ones with second SCVs at the moment. 2 tanks on the field from Fred. Nothing else. Oh, actually, it's not registering the tank that ggman is building. That means this other one did fall.
It's kind of cute though now, right? ggman's calling GoGetIt to switch. For the past like 30 minutes, they've been just killing Cyrus and GoGetIt.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to see any sympathy right now.
Yeah, and none whatsoever.
And at this point, you know, both teams have someone that has full map vision. They're not going to be able to politic their way out of this.
Oh, good call on the 25 minutes. I didn't even notice how far along we were right now.
Yeah, and I kind of feel a little bit bad about typing that right there as top right is getting their teeth kicked in. Because they're kind of like, they're like, please switch. And then I throw that out there and they're probably like, thank you, Draconis. Thank you.
Oh, Drag. We all know you have a soft heart for Cyrus and you want his team to win. So. Yeah, Silver.
Sage Zeteo calls it out, the 0 chance timer. It's like, why'd you have to type it now? Why now?
Silver Unicorn on Twitch chat saying that they should not let Fred live, and she was absolutely right. Fred is just like a beast right now.
And I don't know if you caught that right there. GoGetIt just did a switch and sniped one of Fred's tanks. I guess both tanks. I don't see either tank. I didn't see the other one die because I'm a terrible caster.
Oh,
but,
you are right.
Fred now has no tanks. It looks like Fred is committed though. Well, let's take out Zeteo. Let's take out one of these guys and then switch again. Let's see.
Okay, well, GoGetIt needs to have better other units besides just all marine bunks.
You know, I'm loving these games. We're an hour and 7 in. We're going to the 2v2. We haven't even had to really use the draw function here. This is how it's supposed to be. Let's just keep going. More games going. Fred coming in. Kind of an odd angle there. GoGetIt able to intercept. All right, predictions from everybody. Stream, let us know who is going to win this game in your opinion.
I think at this point it's whoever has the most bunker. I think it's not even worth it to wait for the tanks to build. Whoever has more SCV, whoever has more bunkers is gonna win this game.
Fred being very aggressive playing in the shields here. That's going to be definitely to GoGetIt's advantage.
That was a weird wrap by GoGetIt.
Yep. And now he's stuck. Like, he doesn't have that much production. It's going to take him a while to get some supply. This is Fred's opportunity. He needs to be able to take out some of these supply depots at least. Look at what's coming. He's got the forward shield tower already in place. This tank, I cannot remember. It does not have splash. It does not. It does have splash now. Just dumped 2,000 into it. GoGetIt.
Oh, this is looking very grim.
Yeah, it's not looking so good for GoGetIt right now. BHF saying it's done. It's Fred's game at this point.
Yeah, Rico says on Twitch chat is absolutely right. Fred just has a better composition as units.
And GG was
Good game,
called
everybody.
from GoGetIt there. Fred and ILikeSports, which we forget was in the game after that while. Take the game. What a great 3 games that we had here. I actually had a lot of fun watching all 3 of those games.
I did also. It was great games, and it feels like we all actually, me and you, we have fun watching the game while we were casting because it's such an entertaining game that they had this today.
Yeah, it was man, the first game, if you guys missed this first game, I would say check it out. It was amazing, for lack of a better word. I really enjoyed watching that first game right there. So what we'll be doing is uploading all of these videos uh, into YouTube. We're trying out something new where we'll have a little bit higher quality uploads on YouTube. The stream, of course, you're probably potato quality. That way everyone can see it. But we're going to be back here again on Sunday. Now, if you haven't checked out the website, if you're just joining in the channel because someone sent you here from StarCraft, check out the website. It's at zcleagues.com. And we have these matches every Sunday, 4 p.m. Central. Go to the website, join our Discord, chat with people. Really, it's about improving play. So, with that being said, my name is Draconis again. Peter Griffin was my co-caster today. Thank you very much, Peter, for all the last, 3 weeks now that we've been here together.
It was fun, and if you don't mind me saying, I just want to send a big shout out to all the Twitch viewers. You guys are the one that why this is being done. Draconis and Cyrus, you guys are always making great content and building the community. Our community for ZZ4, from where it first started 2-3 months ago till now, is huge difference. The players are so much better. I've been learning a lot, and so big shout out to all the viewers too. You guys are the one that makes it possible for us to do what we're doing right now. So thank you.
All right, and guys, actually, hold on one second. It looks like we're going to be rolling some 4v4s here. So I'm going to keep this up on the stream. I need to do a little bit of work just to get us ready for this 4v4. So I'm going to take just a small 1-minute break. In the meantime, I want you guys to see this intro video that Adam put together again. And then stay tuned, actually, if you're not on the 4v4s. Stay tuned on the stream. We'll be playing them. If you want in on the 4v4s, these are open to everyone. ZCLeagues.com. Get on the Discord now. We're going to be rolling through this in just a minute.
Yeah, this is Fred here. I came here to actually tell you